We're just chilling. So yeah, we are live, everybody.
Basically, I can get out of this tuxedo, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Probably should. Yeah.
Get into the PJs, man. Get into the PJs.
Okay, I rented this for nothing. Wow, you could have told me.
If only. Yeah. So everybody in the chat that's coming on in, Star Wars for Life. Hello, and Alex Lates. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Star Wars. What's up, Ruthie?
Yep, and the Ancient One and Alex Lath has arrived. I haven't seen Alex in a while. I got to get him on here again. He does great sword fighting videos. If you guys have not seen Alex Lathis, go follow him. He is good.
Stuff's great.
He is very underfollowed for the content that he has as well. And we got Laura. It's a short story. She says everybody's live streaming.
Yeah.
It's cray-cray. Yeah, but theirs are all going to be really short, I think. And they've already started. Mary's and Angus. And
hey, what up, Laura? Good to see you.
Yep, Laura. Said she forgot his
live stream fighting.
Said, what the hell? Why is Ruthie not a mod? Oh, because I didn't make her a mod yet. Jeez.
Oh no. That cannot stand. We must correct that.
Well, now she has the wrench. Now she has the wrench of power.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I had most of the mods in the community added, but I forgot a few. All right, yeah. So for those two bald guys, so yeah, at Dawn and the Chad were just with me with the first Kill Bill watch party.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, and you said you haven't seen part 2 yet, right, Jay?
I have, but it's just been years.
Oh, it's just been years. Okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool.
So the proper Jeremy say he's going to be watching this ahead of us and joining us later, or?
He said he already started it like an hour ago, so he should probably be popping in. I sent him a link for when he's done. Same with Mary and whatnot. Whenever they feel like Common Girl Ava seemed like she likes Kill Bill, so if she's free, then she might pop in. Right. But I don't know. Hard to tell what people are doing tonight. It is almost the weekend, even though it's just halfway through the week. But who knows?
It feels like with all the streams going on.
Yeah, everybody seems to be streaming. Mega Jetty, I'll just have you on next week for a solo stream. I think I'm going to have both those two bald guys and Mega Jetty on a stream next week, because I haven't had one-on-one with you guys. And the Chad, probably with you too, since I haven't had you on. I want to have some newer people on. It's been a while since I did some, other people.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and keep on having the same people on. So.
And you might be the first one to get Dez to live stream. He wants to, but it's just his schedule is a lot tighter than mine, so he hasn't been able to. But yeah, you might be the first one to. We might get him.
We need more Anguses of color on here.
That's right.
All right, yeah. Kill Bill 2 was damn, that was I watched it right after the first one because I was like, okay, I got to see the rest of this. Holy shit, I wanted to see the end of the story. Somebody told me before I watched it, though. They're like, oh, Kill Bill 2 has nothing to do with Kill Bill 1. I was like, what? I think they spoke a different language, though. So they said it in a different way than what they meant, I think.
Okay.
I think they were just pretty much saying that they like Kill Bill 1 better than Kill Bill 2. But the way they worded it made it sound like it is like with a new main character and like totally different setting and things, just with a different guy named Bill or something. And I was so confused. I was like, what are you talking about? Then it starts.
Did Ryan Johnson make the version they saw?
Yeah.
Oh, that would explain it. That would explain it.
Did the whole bloody affair, did that ever happen? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That never happened, right? I kind of lost track over the years of that supposedly.
So did like Uma become a hermit after trying to kill her daughter or something? And
well, I thought Tarantino. Well, there were plans for a while, for a few years there, to put both movies together as one film, director's cut, and he was going to re-release it on Blu-ray as The Whole Bloody Affair is what it was called, and it was listed for years as on its way, announced.
I heard about that.
I just don't know if it ever happened. It's been years since I even thought about it, actually.
Yeah, you know what? I'm good with both movies just being separate the way they are. It's the way I saw them in theaters, and
yeah, I mean, I agree. I just thought it was interesting, kind of like the black and chrome and the noir version of Logan and stuff. It's just an interesting alternate version. It's not that it needs to happen or anything. So I was just curious if anybody had heard more on it, but I guess not. That's okay.
I remember hearing him to do that sequel he talked about where he let the main actors age up naturally and then just bring them back for A third part.
Oh, okay, I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah, that's what had heard of the possible third part, but I think that started to really dissipate last year, and I don't think we're ever going to get it.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that it's just 2 parts. Honestly, I feel like the more you add, the more you have a chance to ruin it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm too interested in a sequel, but I'd still like to see what he could do with the footage we have all together. Because I guess the original intent was it was supposed to be one film, and then it got split. That's what I remember at the time, anyway.
Well, apparently the plan that was mentioned in interviews with Tarantino was that he was talking about bringing back the daughter from the first movie on a revenge quest of her own.
Interesting.
Yeah, like Vivica Fox's daughter.
Yeah.
We have Lando Calrissian joining us in the chat.
Oh, we do.
Straight from Vespin.
Yep.
All right.
Lando.
Is it partly cloudy there today?
A little misty, a little moist.
Yeah, it's always a little cloudy where Lando's at.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Oh, dad jokes. Gotta love them.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Hey, no, that's all right.
It's all about the baby. It's about to be baby.
I was asking, is David Carradine still alive?
No.
No, he died
He's not.
in unfortunate circumstances, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah, back in 2009, unfortunately.
Yep. Not a way you want to go out either.
No, definitely
Wow,
not.
I did not hear about that at all.
Neither did I.
He actually, it was self-asphyxiation while he was, doing other stuff. Kind of like, if you remember the NXS lead singer, Michael Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, similar thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not a way you want publicly to be known you went out, that's for sure. Poor guy. He was a great actor, though. I was a big fan of his. Even when I was a kid, when the Kung Fu reruns would be going, I didn't know what I was watching. I just knew he was really cool and I liked him. So, yeah, I've always liked watching him on screen and stuff. He's got a great presence to him, I think.
He was a good actor, yeah.
All right, we're going to be getting the ball rolling in just 1 minute. You guys all got it set to 0?
Yep.
Yeah,
Pause. All right, cool. Lando, are you getting good reception in the Cloud City? Hopefully it's a good Wi-Fi. All right. Yep. I'm, I feel like I've said so much from the first Kill Bill watch party. I'm like, what do I say about this one? I kind of want Mary back because she was so enthused with everything.
She really was.
Everything. I'm like, okay, this is.
Yeah, she said she'd be done her live stream at 9:30 EST.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she already started actually, so she might be done sooner or be still done on the same time. Hard to tell with that one.
She starts at 8:30 Eastern, by the way, not 9:30. So she started.
Yeah, sorry, finished at 9:30.
Oh, right.
About 40
say?
minutes ago. Sorry, I missed her though. I didn't hear the first stream. She's hilarious.
Oh yeah, she was way into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go check
every
that out
scene.
later.
Yeah, and that's always fun. You always want to watch a movie like Kill Bill with someone that's going to get into it.
And I guess I'm gonna have to put subtitles on for the whole thing because I don't want it echoing or anything, huh? So, yeah.
Right. Yep. Make sure that they're all set to mute or something so it doesn't do the feedback. Right. In the chat, I'm putting to press play right about now.
All right.
Right. Cool. We are off.
I see a Miramax logo.
So do I.
All right.
Yep.
We're in the same spot.
Imagine if every film started like Star Wars. That'd be kind of annoying after a while. At first, it'd be cool. Oh, look at this. And then, it's just, just Major Payne with the huge title crawl. And then it's, Mad Max with the huge title crawl. And then, Shrek with the huge title crawl. Oh, Jace, come on, just start the damn thing. Who names their kid Uma? It's like, honey, what should we name the kid? I don't know. Tim? No. Steve? Willis? No? Okay. Uma? Okay, sure.
Uma.
Someone got hurt, maybe stubbed their toe. Ooh, my toe! Something, I don't know. Something like that. That was all I could think of.
Seems accurate enough. Seems accurate enough.
All right. I'll take it.
Now we're at the monologue here.
I feel like Proper Jeremy's going to hate the monologue part because he's like, this won't fit with the story.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
Fourth wall break.
Like, imagine if she like put a real camera on her hood to film herself just talking, like in the movie, as her character.
I love how many stylistic choices there are, like different homages and things. It doesn't just do one or two different homage styles or tributes. I mean, it's got almost everything you can think of that you would want in an action flick, from the black and white to whatever. I mean, it's all over the place, but in a really great way.
Agreed. There's even that comic book comparison near the end that David Carradine makes.
Yeah, the Superman story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I already fell a bit behind. I accidentally restarted the movie. So are we in the car with her right now? Or are we
No,
beyond that?
mine's a film by Tarantino.
Yeah, I'm at a film by Tarantino. Yeah, so the credits are just starting.
Yep, it says chapters 6.
And I've
Massacre at Two Pines.
I think I've seen the first one maybe half a dozen times, so I remember that pretty well. But I think I've maybe only seen this once or twice because all I can remember is the ending when she's sitting with him, and this is all like, this is all a blur. So kind of like I was watching it for the first time here.
Is the Two Pines supposed to be a reference to Back to the Future or something?
Twin Pines.
That was Twin Pines.
Oh, oops. It's been a while since I've seen that one, but I have seen it.
Same here. I haven't rewatched that movie since like 2007, I think.
Oh, that's an every year thing for me. That's a yearly.
I think I've probably seen Back to the Future, if that's what we're talking about still. I am not kidding you. This is not an exaggeration. I have probably seen it at least 150 times.
Wow.
Wow. Wait, so you can tell me, who are the terrorists that attack them? Because I want to say like the Euphanamians or
the Libyans.
Libyans. Oh, wow. That's so simple. Wow.
And they
For some reason, I keep on thinking it's like a complex name, like the Hootie Woot.
No, growing up, we had VHS copies, stuff off TV, or we'd rent stuff from Blockbuster. And
we're at the Samuel L. Jackson cameo, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, right.
I forgot he was in there.
Appreciate that.
For some reason, my subtitles went off. There we go.
I forgot that Sam was in this.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be a main character in the second part, but he's only in it here.
Isn't he in like every film that Tarantino makes?
He's not in Inglourious Bastards, I don't think.
He's in almost all of them, though. You're right.
Almost all of them.
Yeah. Never thought about that before, honestly.
Actually, I'm usually out on a limb with this, but one of my favorite Tarantino movies is pretty centered around Samuel L. Jackson, which is Jackie Brown.
Oh, I haven't seen Jackie Brown. I'll have to throw that on the list.
Yeah, I have a list of like 100 movies I need to watch that everybody else has mostly watched.
I am so far behind on so many series. I keep meaning to watch Legends of Tomorrow.
Dude, I don't blame you for not watching all those. The Arrowverse has so many shows, and they're all an hour long. And if you don't see certain episodes,
and so cheesy, it looks like the kind of show I would love.
I think for a while it's good, but like after 2 seasons, it's kind of like, okay, kind of done. So I feel like I kind of want the Arrowverse to have some type of finality, at least in one of the shows. Like if Arrow were to stop and then they have like the Flash continue for a couple seasons and then that ends. And then, if anything, those characters could, be cameos in the next ones or something, but end one of the shows. So you don't have to watch 7 shows when they cross over and know what the hell's going on. Because in one show, somebody dies, but in the next show, they're a character that pops in sometimes. I'm like, well, so when does this happen? What the hell? I don't know.
I used to watch all of those. I kind of lost track of them all. And I don't know if you like the cheesy stuff, then Legends of Tomorrow is right up your alley. I thought it got a little better in season 2, but ultimately I lost interest in it.
Mm-hmm,
I think Flash was the best. Seasons 2 and 3 maybe were the best. And I don't know. Honestly, for me, all those shows have gotten too many just echoes of political stuff in them, so I just
I heard that Supergirl jumped the shark so hard.
I loved that show at first. I thought it was so promising. She is so well cast. I was like, this is the perfect Supergirl. I cannot believe how well they cast this chick. And then they did what they did with that show, and it's like, oh, you just ruined a wonderful cast, and you had something really good going if you would have done it right.
Yeah,
I was really disappointed in that.
No, but I love it
Here's
when a
Bill.
show or series embraces its inner cheesiness and does it intentionally, runs with it. I love that.
Yeah, and that's what I loved about Flash so much. It's just I just kind of just lost interest in it. Just I think went on for too long for me. But yeah, when Flash was good, that's exactly it. That's exactly why I love Flash, precisely.
Yeah, I mean, they had good things and good moments in the final. This is a Kill Bill stream for people
Yep.
in the chat, by the way.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's nothing to really comment on in this scene personally. I mean, it's
it's
can't
a nice
really
scene.
say
It's a good
anything here.
character development scene, but it doesn't stand out. If they'd cut this, would it have been missed?
It's got beautiful contrast, especially when they're filming Carradine. I can say that. But yeah, would it be missed? I'm not sure.
But they introduce his character like on screen, like actually see his face some way. So I think it's done
That's
pretty
true.
well.
We haven't seen him yet. Yeah, good point.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just saw the sword. That's all we've seen.
Right. Good point. Yeah, the suit, having him wear that suit and everything, and he's got the the dark underneath his hair and everything. Yeah, it looks great. The lighting and the contrast is beautiful here.
Yeah, and I love how it's in black and white. Gives it a certain older feel compared to what everything's like when she's on her quest of revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the story's kind of taking a breath right now, and so I think it helps with that alleviation of if you're going in, especially right after the first one, of all that bloodiness, and now it's like, okay, we're just gonna take it easy here and not throw some colors and things at your face for a little bit.
Yeah, technically, this is pretty much right after the big 30-40 minute battle.
Right.
So it's like, this is the chill part. The chill break for 15 minutes. Yeah, I think that's why some people don't like this one as much. I think the other one has way more action in it, and those scenes.
It
And
definitely,
this one's a lot more talking.
maintained its intense feel far better throughout. Where Kill Bill, it moves in breaths.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, I do think in this that some scenes do linger. Like I think this scene is, could have been 2 or 3 minutes cut short, and when she's, they're a little later, there's at least some parts that just take out 2 minutes here, 3 minutes there, it'd be good. But maybe the drawn out gives you that feeling, the satisfaction when you get to something good in it, like better, like that helps it feel good, the build up kind of.
I wonder if he knew that once he was going to need to split it in two, like that was really going to happen. If he realized, well, now I've got more time, I can do whatever I want because I have time to fill here. I wonder if that was part. I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating here, but it seems like it's at least plausible because you're right there. In this one, from the very little I can remember, there are moments like this, like you said, that it does kind of slow down a bit, and maybe they could have been shaved off there to help with the pacing.
Do you guys think if they made Kill Bill 3 that they would have like stretched this whole story out altogether? If they were going to make it a trilogy, would they have made 1, 2, and 3 all long? Or like, what would they think there'd just be a whole nother piece after this that we're missing, or what?
My recollection is that his plan was just to make the one film, and it wasn't until it was so long it had to be split that, and then of course they were pretty big hits. Then the sequel talk started and all that. That's my recollection from the time. Yeah, I may not be remembering that.
I feel like it would have been way worse if they did a third one.
Yeah, I don't think there was ever a plan to do sequels because there just wasn't a plan to split them to begin with.
Well, I feel like it would just be like they might as well make it a TV show then, where it's like, oh, well, now she's got her daughter and the main story is done. Now anything can happen that don't really have anything to do with the story, unless there's like other stories in the comics. You said it's based on a comic book, so for all I know, there are a bunch of stories they could tell.
I think with the way TV and media are now, I think if they were going to do anything, I'd be more down with that for sure. Do a 10-episode show or something, and then if it's a hit, do 10 episodes a year later, you know how they kind of do now. I'd be down for that. But, yeah, doing more movies, I think the time's probably passed.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like finality now because everything continues, like the Arrowverse, for example. Like, that never ends, and characters have come back and gone, and I don't know what the hell's going on. I feel like some actors play different characters, but, so I see the same face, but they're a different person. And I'm like, what? Who are they now? Which one are they this time? Which show are you in again? And who's what? And do we know you from something else? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, his mom died in, like, season 2, season 1. Oh, shit. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That's too much.
And I love what a rube the guy she's marrying looks like compared to Bill.
Yeah.
I do like how they don't focus too much on the husband at all.
No,
Like,
Yeah.
get to know him, because I think that would have done worse for her character.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Let's not get to know him. He just seems like a nice enough guy. That's all we
Yeah,
need to
he's a
know.
nice guy, but Bill comes across as cultured and chill and smart. He just comes across as just simple, not too bright, probably barely managed to finish high school kind of guy.
And I love Bill's reaction when she introduces him as her father. It's awesome. He's
like,
like,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's just supposed to be Joe Blow, everyman, has no idea this stuff is really going on. And
Yeah, I think he works in a record store or something.
Yeah.
right, yeah,
Yep.
that sounds right.
Hello, Tressa Martin, joining us in the chat.
Hello, Teresa. Ancient One. Glad you could make it.
Yes, hello everybody.
Yep, yeah. I think everybody is streaming. Otherwise, we usually have a double-digit people for a little bit. But then again, it does also
Maybe,
Kill Bill, and who knows, people haven't seen it.
Mary can bring the crowd in when her live stream gets done.
Yeah, I think so. Her streams are always crazy, and they always do games, so it's usually where everybody flocks to.
Hey, that's all right. Everybody can mean 50 people, or it can mean 3 people. That's cool.
Yep.
Doesn't matter to me. I'm just down to have some fun. Whoever wants to come along for the ride, awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, and at Don, hello. Oh,
Hey there.
In the chat,
wow.
yep. And in the panel.
Yeah, at Don's in the chat there a little bit.
Yeah, see, this kind of film...
Someone else in the chat.
Yeah, see, this kind of film makes me want to be a director. Like I big time want to be a director, but it's like good films. Like there's certain films that you feel the, technicalities and the work that the extra detail that they put into the screen and the way it's shot. And this is a pretty good example of it, I would say.
Yep, no doubt.
Even here in the black and white, there's that glow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Yeah. Again, it's to give it contrast. I mean, around the edges there, because they've got the lighter colored wall, and then they've even got the light coming in on the windows to the right, and then there goes your the veil and everything. So with that light kind of making an outline on them, it's very well done.
Mm-hmm.
It's the subtle stuff like that.
That's a weird kiss for
girl,
the people in country.
Giving your dad one too many kisses there, like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Doesn't everybody kiss their dads by cupping his cheeks and slowly going in gently? Like,
I guess they were all facing the other way. They didn't see, I guess.
And
just when you think it's going to be a happy moment,
nope.
Here come the Vipers.
Yeah. I'm waiting for a tremor to come up under the ground here.
They're called graboids. Yeah, I'll definitely do some Tremor stuff. Actually, that's actually one of my movie series that I have video series planned for is Tremors, because nobody talks about that. Nobody does that.
Well, bless your soul for being able to get through all of them, because I love the first
one. Well, okay. The
sequels.
5 and 6 are the worst.
Yeah, I tried watching that one. I guess one of the later ones. It's got Jamie Kennedy in it.
Sorry, what movie?
Tremors. It was
Tremors.
either 6 or 7.
Tremors.
Yeah.
Kennedy. The dude. Oh, that's like 5 and 6.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Those were years after their prime.
Right.
I only ever saw the first one, and the sequels just looked too cheesy.
See, I say that 1 through 3 are good, but 3 is usually the weakest link. Number 2 is pretty good. I say one's obviously the best. 2 is not as good as the first, but it's still entertaining enough. Its cheesiness is just fine for what it is. It still gives you some cool stuff. Number 3, they fight ass blasters in part 3. And they even make a joke. Sounds like a porno film. And it's like, okay, that's a little wonky here, but still okay. And then Tremors 4 is like a prequel where, you go back into the old West and it's like, it's okay. There's potential there, but, you don't really need to watch the full movie to care. Just skip around. And then they made Tremors the series, which there's some good episodes, but they released it out of order. And they're actually going to make it a whole series. Like they're going to add more episodes to it. Like they cut it 12 episodes short. and they're gonna have Kevin Bacon come back and other things, and they're gonna fight like alien. There's gonna be like weird plots. I swear. I want to do this. Is why I want to do a video series on it.
Yeah, I need to know about the show. Huh? That sounds kind of interesting, actually.
Yeah, but then they make the Tremors 5 and 6, and they are just god awful shit quality. Oh my god! Like I swear they had a budget of $500, and they forced Michael Gross to humiliate himself.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. From what I saw, it was pretty awful. Yeah,
like they make him naked, like in both of them practically, and I'm like, God, can you stop humiliating this man? Like,
I
please.
didn't get that far. Sounds like I'm glad I didn't.
Well, he's not full. You know what I mean, though. Like they show, it's so stupid. God.
Sounds like it.
But anyway, back to Kill Bill.
I love this. I love this scene that we're in when they're having the back and forth between Bill and Michael Madsen's character, and he says he hawked the sword in El Paso for $250.
He's like, you threw away a priceless item, really?
Yeah.
Isn't someone buried alive in this one?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't really get their relationship here. These two, the cowboy and
they're brothers.
Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, they're brothers.
Yep.
Okay.
And there was a moment there where I love where he's like, when Bill tells him Hattori Hanzo made her a new sword, he's like, didn't he swear a blood oath never to make another one?
Yeah.
Man, he sure holds a grudge, don't he? I just love that.
It would appear that he broke his oath.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, man, you sure bring that out of people, don't you? I was like, damn.
It's Daryl Hannah, right? Isn't she the one who gets buried alive, or no? Am I skipping?
We'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Skipping ahead, I guess. It just came into my mind because I remember the first time I saw it, it just freaked me the hell out because that just scares me to death. If that, I never want to be buried alive. Who does, I guess? But yeah, it's just horrifying. And I remember seeing that going, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can even watch this.
See, what I thought was that they're going to pull 180 and have him, the cowboy guy here, Bud, right? Is that his name?
Yeah.
I thought they're going to have him, like, just be kind of waiting for her to come and kill him. And she'll either spare him or he'd just, go, I'm not going to fight you. I deserve it. And she'd go, oh, what the fuck? God damn it. Or something. But no. Expectations subverted in the right way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because they make him sound like he doesn't really care. Like, he's like, yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, you always have to clarify these days, right, when you say subversion. Because we all know it's got leaves a bad taste in the mouth, that word now.
Yeah, by definition now. Well, it's like, because in this, they lead you to believe it will go a certain way-ish, and then it's a 180. But
exactly.
It's not the
version as it is a.
But it's not like it's not like a drop in tone or a change in character. It fits. What other movies is this guy in?
I was just thinking that. I've seen him.
He seems like such a familiar character or actor.
Yeah.
Like,
Bud's character?
Yeah, he seems like he's in a lot of stuff. I don't know.
He's in a bunch. He's in Reservoir Dogs.
He seems like he's always the B level character or C level character.
You got it.
Never the main, but he's always in the cast.
Yep.
Yeah, funny you bring that up because I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, he was in Hateful Eight.
Yep.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Mary.
Mary.
The return of Mary.
That was the quietest you've ever came in. Usually it's like, yes, hey. And then like, okay, Mary's here.
I didn't want to disrupt anything.
We're with Bud at the strip club right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so can you give me a marker for where we're gonna...
the chick with the tits.
Just past 20 minutes, like a couple seconds past 20 minutes.
I'm at 2015.
2015. Okay, let me find that.
Let's not go back to that year. Let's
We're at
just,
2020.
2020.
We're quickly
2015, back when we actually had hope for Star Wars.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how naive we were.
Yeah,
Okay, so is it calendar time? Is that what we're
You got it.
at?
Yeah,
Yep.
you are
They
right.
just said
Perfect. Okay.
Like, all right, you working tomorrow? Yep, working the next day. Fucking hell,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nope.
Get out of my house.
So hopefully you guys are gonna pick up a few viewers. I just sent everybody over here.
Yep.
Awesome.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I think everybody's hanging out with Mary because you guys are having a party. So
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they be hanging out with Mary?
And that she's going to bring the party to us, which is much appreciated.
Well, I do what I can.
Hopefully some other cute ones besides yourself.
Oh, well, that's sweet.
she's a 5 out of 10. No, just kidding, Mary. Just
Oh.
kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, Rookie, I thought we had
Just kidding.
something. So go
Yeah,
home till I call you. Till
Uh-huh.
I
Do it.
call
Do it,
you.
call you.
That's a trip
Yeah.
because you're reading it exactly when I'm seeing it on screen. Like no delay or anything.
Mary knows this like the back of her hand, I
I
assume.
love me some Kill Bill, man.
That's what I heard.
So Mary, what do
That
you think of the
fucking-
character of Bud?
I think he's a dumbass, but
I love him though.
I do love him. He kind of reminds me of some of my relatives
Uh-huh.
that aren't quite as badass. So,
See, when you watched this the first time, what do you think was going to happen with him? Because I thought the way they were going was that he's kind of lazy now and doesn't really care. And when she comes to kill him, he just, be like, you can kill me if you want. I deserve it. And then she might, maybe doesn't. But then, like, something different happens. I was like, whoa, okay. That took a different turn.
I had seen, obviously one a few times by then, and I was sort of anticipating, maybe without much to work on, but I kind of was ready for them to do a 180 with him. So I was sort of waiting for it. Like I kind of expected it, not because I had a necessarily good reason, but there was something in the back of my head that was like, no, he's going to be a badass. He's Bill's brother. He's going to be a badass.
See, I didn't catch where they said that he's his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do they say that? Because I was totally like, these guys had to tell me that he's his brother, and I just did not catch it.
What? How
I
did
think-
you not catch that?
You catch what I
So-
just said?
But did they mention it in part 1? I know they mentioned it in part 2.
I
But
wanna
did
say
they
that-
ever touch on him being Bill's brother in part 1?
I don't think so. I
No.
wanna say-
In part 2, they mention it.
Yeah, it came
Yeah.
up in
Whatever.
2. I'm pretty sure when he was at his trailer or whatever, that's when it came up.
Does he say, "Hey, my brother"? Like, I don't remember.
Yeah, it gets.
It's coming up. The part where he specifically spells it out.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Oh, he's out there smoking a cigarette with his cowboy hat on. Man, he looks like some of my freaking family.
Yeah,
Mullet and all.
we're talking about how this feels like Tremors right here. It's like, we're expecting a graboid to come on out.
Totally.
Another movie I
Oh.
have never seen.
Oh, Mary! Oh my gosh,
Mary.
at some point I'm gonna see more films than you guys at this rate. We need to have you see Tremors, because that is like one of the best little weird sci-fi movies ever. It's like, think Jaws but on the land, and with Kevin Bacon and Michael. Yes,
It's a hell of a lot of fun. You should check out at least the
It is. I only ever saw the first one, but I really liked it.
I recommend 1, 2, and 3, but by the time you get to 3, have expectations drop because it gets really goofy. Because Mary, they have a monster called an ass blaster, and I'm not going to tell you what it does, because I'm going to let you think about what an ass blaster would do.
I could tell you what I'm pretty sure an ass blaster is, but I don't know that that's appropriate for a live stream.
Think monster, but think a monster. What would a monster called an ass blaster do?
I mean, is this like what was that movie by Stephen King where they're in like they call them the shit weasels? No.
Shit weasels.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The one where they're like out there in the snow and they go into the guy's mind. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me.
Into the guy's mind. No, I have no idea.
Oh, I can't remember the name of it right now. Shoot. It's like, it's got what's his face from Alvin and the Chipmunks in it. Oh, I can't remember it.
Huh.
They call it, and there's like a freaking, crap, I can't remember his name. Oh, I'll have to think about this.
Jamie
the guy from
Kennedy?
March of the Penguins. No, the guy from March of the Penguins.
No.
I'm gonna kick myself for not knowing his name. He's
Carey?
iconic. No.
Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
Morgan Freeman is in it. He's got huge eyebrows. It's hilarious. It's a really funny. They call him the shit weasels.
Well, so no, the ass blasters are not that. But, yeah, it'll be funny. See, at this part in Kill Bill with the ninja garb, I didn't get why she was dressed as a ninja here, kind of.
Yeah.
With a mask. I mean, was she cold? Like, that's the only thing. I'm like, it's not exactly blending into the night or nothing with her.
It's probably
bright,
an homage to something, knowing Tarantino. That's
with her yellow,
yeah,
shit colored jacket.
It's probably some reference to something.
Yeah, likely.
Dude, he's about to knock her on her ass.
Yeah, time for rock salt.
This scene was such a perfect moment.
See, I did not see that coming. She got hit like 10 feet back. Like I did not see that coming. I was like, he just blasted her. I did not see that coming at all.
She was dead. Like I just thought, is that it?
Yep, that's the end of the thing.
That is some straight up Hicktown maneuver right there. Okay, that is what we do, y'all. That is how we do. Okay,
we just sits there waiting with the shotgun. That was great. When he was playing his actual guitar and then put on music and then, damn,
shoot,
he's just like, I'm not worried at all. He just seems so lazy.
Yeah,
I didn't think he'd do anything
for him. Like he just knew.
He just kicked the sword away like it was nothing. Like what?
I was seriously just like, wait, he seriously just, and he's like, he didn't even break a sweat. He's just, no, I just derp, and he just has needles in his back pocket ready.
Yeah,
of course.
He's the least menacing of all the people she's fought, and then he just knocks her right on her butt within seconds. It's great.
Right?
Turn on its head.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Greetings to Indie Bird and Mighty Wolf joined us in the chat.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. Mighty Wolf was over there on my stream with us for a bit. He's a sweetheart, and he has great things to say.
There's so many wolf avatars or names these days. There's, Geoff TheIronWolf, and there's Roger TheIronWolf, and there's Cybernetic Husky, and there's all these wolves and dogs.
Yeah. Look at her. She's pissed. Blah, it's nasty. God.
Oh yeah, he spits right back though. He's like, bitch,
yeah.
I can do that too.
Oh damn!
Oh, that was gross. Mm-hmm. I win. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I'm just gonna get out my pocket needle that I always have.
Exactly. Pocket out.
Stick a chick's butt with. No problem.
I mean, kind of.
I mean, you got to, right? I mean, geez.
You'd be surprised at some of the stuff Hicks carry around in their back pockets.
You live in a trailer in the middle of the desert with no neighbors. Of course, you're going to have your shotgun and your knockout needle. Yeah. You never know when a pretty young blonde's going to come knocking at your door.
How else are you supposed to get laid, man? You can't wait for consent.
Oh, no.
There's no Me Too movement out there.
I love how he's just sitting there knocking one back.
Yep, like it's no big deal. They could not have done his character better.
If they only had him get a fried chicken leg to walk out with too.
Exactly. Well, he's already drinking hooch with a flip phone and
he can hold on to the leg and the beer with one hand. I think.
Sure.
Your thumb and pointer finger holds on to the chicken, and then your pinky and your ring finger hold on to the beer.
Yeah, well, you gotta have your priorities in order, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
Wrong, brother, you hateful bitch.
There we go.
Get her. Yeah. Oh, I love it. He really plays this role beautifully. Like, I want to call him Uncle Ed. I really do want to call him Uncle Ed.
Mary, can you refresh? What other movies does this actor play in?
Daryl Hannah?
No, Michael Madsen, the guy playing Bud.
Yeah.
We were saying before you came on that he always is a B character. He's never the focus.
Yeah. Oh God, I can't place him.
I'm just like, he seems so familiar. Like he's in a lot of stuff, but I can't think of any movie he's in.
Yeah, he played Reservoir Dogs.
Without Googling it, I can't place him outside a Tarantino movie.
He says He-Man in the chat, Mighty Wolf. Or he's referring to something else.
Oh, they're talking about 80s movies.
I've not seen that either, the show or the movie.
Hard pass on the movie. Don't waste your time, rookie.
So I hear. But
it's really bad.
But sometimes you have to see cheese. I don't know.
True.
To know how bad it is.
Shoot. Dude, Daryl Hannah makes me want to get an eye patch here.
Yeah, I know. If you can pull off making an eye patch look cool.
She's all inhaling that cigarette like a badass with an eye patch. Oh, I want to be her.
Does anybody be here for Halloween? Would anybody get it?
I don't think anybody would get it. Not these days.
Would you have to be in the nurse outfit?
Oh, that would work.
You would need
Oh.
the hair and the eye patch.
Yeah, but I don't look good as a
Oh.
blonde. So I could never pull off blonde, but I want to be her.
Yeah, but with the eye patch, then that helps out. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, see, I do like this, play out of the scene too. It's like you freaking, very creepy.
Yeah. Well, seriously, this is some redneck stuff right here. It really is. I love how she changes her attire to kind of match the situation she's in. Like she knows she's going out to the honky tonk, so she just throws on her shit kicker boots. It's great.
I love the aspect ratio change here too. Another stylistic change again.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't notice that the first time.
Same here. I never noticed that before, but he's right.
I was just too into it, kind of, and it's night, so it's dark. So I'm like,
Yeah,
She still has the dip spit on her face, guys.
Oh,
She still has the dip spit.
That's some detail. That is some detail.
oh.
That's filmmaking. Yeah, it is. I thought that was just dirt. No, that's a spit. Like I like his grin. He's just like wakey.
Right? Creepy, right?
I thought.
Oh God! And just the way he's manhandling her like that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's not his first time he's
Oh.
drug a body around.
It's kind of hot.
Wow. Okay, Mary. We know what you go into.
You see, I assumed that her arms would be tied behind her back for less chance of putting up a fight, but no.
I'm a sucker for country boys who manhandle you. Sorry, TMI. I'll quit. I swear.
No, that's fine.
So I ended up Googling Michael Madsen. He's in a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Who's
both
this guy?
Free Willies.
Hold on, who's this guy that he got to randomly bury dig out the hole?
We don't know. We never know. We never
Like
find
just
out.
some random guy. Hey, can you do this hole for me, please? Yeah, I'm just gonna bury chicken in it real quick. Yeah, sure, no
Just
problem, buddy.
Super short, all dusty, throws the shovel out like, help me! I've dug it too deep. I can't get out.
Only bury the women, for $29.99.
And he even had a ladder in there, letting you know it was dug extra deep.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Or
actually,
polished
but he's extra short too, so
He is.
Yeah.
it's not like, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a great visual. You pull him up out of the grave like that with him being short because, he's just standing and he just has his eye level right above it. It's a great visual gag. It's very subtle in the background, but it's cool.
Yeah. To the cutest little blonde you ever saw. Yeah.
God, just so creepy.
It is, man. Just chugging a beer. God, they look like my people back home. They're
So-
singing the song of my people, guys.
You should ask your family. Have you kidnapped any blondes lately?
No, but my dad does have a sinkhole that there's a few ex-boyfriends in. You guys wonder why I got to the point where I'll just like shotgun lick or whatever. Yeah, I have a hick family. So, get him, girl. I love this. He's like no ifs, ands, or buts about it with her. He's not even playing around.
Okay, the can of mace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first I was like, well, this is stupid if she's going to die anyway. But then it's like, no, you're going to be buried alive. And then you can either, just be buried or have a shit ton of pain and not be able to see. And that would suck. That
I
would be
will
worse.
mace you.
Yeah, I'm
Going underneath the ground, that's all there is to it.
already
Yeah.
picking up, man.
Yes.
You're going in, whether you like it or not, chick.
Yeah.
Lethal Lightning's like, Mary's just being passed around screens today.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. Right in her eyeballs. God, he's such a dick. He's such a dick. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm already wigging out a little bit. I don't like confined spaces. And he hasn't even thrown her in yet, and I'm already freaking out.
Right?
And that's what makes the scene so great. It's so menacing, even before it actually goes down.
Well, and he doesn't even knock her out and put her in down there. He just puts her in down there while still tied, and and just like, okay, so you're just gonna be down there and awake while burying you, and you can't really move around anyway. So you're already claustrophobic and you can't move.
Mm-hmm.
Have any of you ever seen that Ryan Reynolds movie where he was buried alive? I think it was called Buried Alive. If I remember right.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
No.
It was just him. It was right before The Shallows came out with Blake Lively. I remember her saying she was inspired by him doing that because it's pretty much just him the entire film, and he's buried alive and just underground. I wanted to see it because it looked interesting, but I didn't think I could handle it, so I haven't braved it yet.
Blake Lively. I've not seen her
And
around as
this
much.
is where he spells it out. That this
I
is for
thought
breaking
that
my
was
brother's
beautiful.
heart.
Yeah, it wasn't that beautiful. Like you understand, there's a reason.
Oh, that's
why
where
he's-
he says it. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a reason why he's pissed as crap at this chick, because she's done something that, even if there's tension between him and his brother or whatever, family is family, period. She's all panicking. Oh,
Yeah, this is.
Uh,
Ugh.
Yeah, but what happened to sending like 3 dozen pizzas to someone's house? I mean, this is overkill here.
yeah, naturally.
that only works if you find a way to get them to pay for it themselves. Because at the end of the day, like, I'll eat 3 dozen pizzas. I don't give a crap.
Well, it's like that's kind of weak sauce. Only 3 dozen? No.
I know.
Like, I got a
Sorry, go-
deep freezer. I'll chuck that stuff in the deep freezer and thaw it out every other day. I'm good.
Frozen. No, it's gotta be fresh for me. I'm too picky. It's gotta be fresh.
Jesus, yeah. Well,
Would
I
you
guess.
cold pizza the next morning?
Mighty Wolf says pizzas with pineapple.
Yes.
Mm.
Ew.
You're speaking the song of my people. Yes.
Gross.
Oh, wow.
Gross.
I'm
Gross.
there. I'm there.
I like how
Little
it's dark
hand.
for. I like how it's dark for a good like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
The
still there.
shadows.
This is yes. First, and you just hear the sound of them burying her and the dirt going on, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Awful.
damn.
Well, it kind of makes you feel that claustrophobic a little
Yeah.
bit, even if you're not in there. It's like, damn, man, it's dark. You can hear it on there. You know, she's trapped in there. It's like, damn, really paint. They're making you feel like with the visuals
Yeah.
and sound.
Yeah.
Very good filmmaking. See, that's inspiring stuff for filmmakers. Not a lot of people put that kind of detail. And like you said, with the spit still on her face a little, like people
Yeah.
would have forgotten about that and have her face cleaned up for the next scene or something. And
Yep.
It's like, no. That's keep
And now
the dirty
flashlight
detail.
comes on and now it's for real.
Yeah, she's still having a panic. Like, they're still chucking the wood on. You can hear it. And it's even like getting further and further away, the
Mhm.
sounds as they go.
Mhm.
Like, they do it so well. You gotta get out of my chair.
Well done.
No.
Well, and I like how it's like, you know, how is she going to get out of this? And then they kind of show you in a long kind of way how she will. And it's like, oh, sweet. That is great. Great. Like, that's how you do a flashback, Ryan. You know, you don't just throw it in there and go, this is what happened. No, you let something explain it itself.
Mhm. Show, don't tell.
Yep.
We are never going to let Ryan Johnson off, are we?
I
No.
think he'll be referenced for the next 25 years. Even if he's
so.
out of the spotlight, we'll just still make fun of him for his moves. And even if it's not all his fault, I'm sorry. It just comes with the name and the
Yeah.
title. It just
He
does.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tarantino comes with this, and he might not have even made half these great decisions.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true. That's a great point.
maybe the
And
writers,
if he
maybe
has
the
expressed
actor,
some
maybe
regret or sorrow or sympathy or empathy or something.
Even if he shows it 5 to 10 years from now, it still won't change for me.
if he makes an actual good film and isn't a dick when people criticize it. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly. Maybe.
That's the main
maybe.
thing, because like I make my little skits and I expect people to go, "This is fucking weird," but I mean, it looks, you know, kind of that part made me laugh. So that was kind of funny, or that looked kind of cool for an amateur. So cool. You know,
Dude,
I expect
skit. Your tomato skit was so funny.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
knife
that was great.
you like the Rotten Tomatoes getting, you know, that worship
Yeah,
Brie Larson gets
great.
slaughtered.
I've never gotten quite over that. That's the tomato with the knife up his butt.
Yeah, I actually had a few more shots of me slicing up and just killing the tomatoes, but for some reason they didn't upload to my computer from my camera, and I deleted them. And I was like, God damn it! Like I sliced one in half. It was like, I had voices of them going, "No, let's go to the start," or something. Like, yeah, just get sliced up. Yeah, the chat. If you haven't seen my Rotten Tomato skit, I film stop motion tomatoes and have them speak as if they're from Rotten Tomatoes, and then they get slaughtered by the Fandom Menace.
I will have to look that up.
Very
Yeah.
funny stuff.
It should be like one of the first 5 on my upload list on my homepage. Yeah, going back to this again is kind of a good little scene for flashback.
There's not one scene pretty much that copies another in either one of these movies. It's always changing. There's always different colors to be looking at, different aspect ratios and stuff, different styles, different homages, different treatments. There's always something new going on. I love that.
That's a good point. That aspect ratio changed again.
But it never feels like Whiplash either.
No, that's so well done. You almost don't even notice it happening.
Well, and the camera doesn't move all the goddamn time. I love that. It's like it's actually they set it down and like let the actors do the work.
Yeah,
I'm with you on
do
that.
their daggum jobs.
Sorry. Just like the cameras are set on like 3 or 4 different angles here, and that's it. Like there's no let's move it around and all this. No, just let them do their thing.
Yeah, it feels very classic. I mean, the shaky.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like the classic feel of going from 1 to 2 to 3, and just the flow of it.
Mm-hmm. The shaky cam and all that has its place and all that, but it gets very tiring to me. I if I had to pick between the two, I'd much rather go for something like filmed more like this.
Well, they play really well off of each other too.
Agreed.
They really I never expected that. I really kind of couldn't see them together in my mind in a scene. But they really do have like legitimate chemistry. David Carradine, I just didn't see them getting along very well. You know what I mean? Like I didn't, in my mind, they wouldn't have worked. But man, they've got great chemistry.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get it too. I thought that he was like a leader of an assassin organization or something based on how they presented the other 4 people. And then they're kind of in a relationship and she's kind of an American girl and then gets into his fighting. Like I was just still kind of confused on what he is, but I do like their chemistry.
Yeah, they work well together. And in a weird way. Do what?
Sorry, go ahead, Mary. Go ahead.
No, you please.
I was just saying to Rookie, I think you're supposed to think that, or at least that's the same experience I had. You're supposed to kind of think he's this evil, menacing leader of these assassins or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then when you get to the second part of the story, it's like, no, he's just a dude, and they just have a history, and it's not all this craziness that you thought it was. I think that's on purpose, at least from my perspective.
Well, I think it is still, he's the leader of this assassin's club or whatever, and there is all this craziness, but he's a multifaceted person. And so he fits into both slots really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Agreed. They're really trying to humanize them in the second one.
I'm like trying to imagine, does he have like an assassin's club office or something where he organizes their kills? Like, does he send them on assignments or do they just kill anyway? Because it seemed like they're just off on their own or something. But so that's why I was kind of confused.
I think it's implied that the Deadly Viper Squad is broken up by this point. Because Vivica's married and Daryl Hannah's doing her thing and Bud is doing his thing.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there was a point where he really was, but you also have to figure in like they were still definitely a thing. Like whenever she wakes up, because he sends Daryl Hannah after her. You know what I mean? So I mean, unless she did sort of seem still attached to him, so it's possible that they were broken up and she was.
Well, that was right after they tried to kill her. So I think it's implied that in those 4 years that she was unconscious, something happened that broke them up.
Yeah.
Well, the expectations to the viewer get turned on its head no matter what, because you do think he's going to be this badass assassin or whatever, and then all this stuff just ends up really being about a disgruntled relationship. It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean, he just seems like a retired dude, just like, I'm just living my life. That's it.
Yeah.
I love this scene. He so humanizes him. This is such a great part where he's like remembering his own particular experience with it or whatever. And he's like kind of warning her, and he's like, he really is not gonna like you.
Exactly.
It's like a flashback and a flashback.
Like he doesn't like Caucasians, and he doesn't like blondes, and he doesn't like women. So it's like,
he doesn't like
Americans.
Your existence
right now.
Your existence is already a disservice to him.
You're
Can we send Ray and Captain Marvel here to learn the train?
No, Lord.
I mean, you can already tell with the stairs that it's a working place. He's like, I remember my back aching on this. And it's like, okay, this is hard work. You got to dedicate to it.
And would scream patriarchy by the 9th stair.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. She wouldn't accept it. I'm not going to get topped by
The man built these steps.
Exactly. These stairs do not represent diversity.
It's in Asian culture, sure.
Each step needs to be painted a different color, at least on the way up.
Yeah, it's all about the looks.
That's right. It's important. The colors.
White step on the white step, blacks on the black. No.
Well, I love how they laid out. She's going to be here for a long time, at least not for the first year. She's here for years, right?
It's implied. I thought it was at least a couple years. But
yeah, at least a couple years. It's implied that at least for the first year, no cracking jokes, right? So he's implying right from get-go that this chick has devoted a drastic amount of her life to this craft that she has. They never skipped on her story or on developing her. We know that there's a reason why she can do what she can do, right? They just they went all in on her. She's just such a fantastic character.
Yes,
she is.
Yeah. Well, it's like the fact that they show her training in the second film, not in the first one, but it's still good. Like in the first one, we must think she's just invincible, but they show her where on the first fight barely get out of that one, and throughout the whole thing, struggling here and there. I mean, she seems to effortlessly beat on the 80 guys, but those all seemed so inexperienced that it seemed easy. So, and her sword was better than them as she broke the first guys in half.
Yep.
And this guy looks so funny, but it's like,
he's a fixture of Hong Kong films.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought he kind of looked like a Tanuki. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like just the hair and the beard and everything. He just sort of reminds me of a little raccoon.
That was Asian Gandalf or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to see like what this guy can really do, look up a movie, Clan of the White Lotus.
Okay. I think I heard of that one.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I love the color saturation, by the way. Ever since we got to this segment where they get out of the car, out of the Jeep and everything's dropping, it's much more saturated here in this section.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely on purpose. Obviously, there's bloom going on and stuff. It looks really good.
Do you think his hair is heavy at all?
Oh yeah.
Like,
speaking as a person with a lot of hair, yes.
Like your hair on your eyebrows is nothing, but those are like 20 times bigger than normal eyebrows. I'm like, if I were to move, that would be so weird.
Yeah, contrary to popular belief, I used to have hair, and so I remember.
Don't lie. Don't lie, Jay.
I had hair past my shoulders before, like that, I was younger. So yeah, this was that'd be heavy for sure.
Your bald species are born bald.
That's bald, cyst.
Hey, I was born bald. That's true. That's absolutely true.
And I love how Pai Mai gives zero fucks about that she's a woman.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, he hates her more because of it, but he's willing to give her a chance.
Yeah,
right?
like, I think the fact that if she can actually pull through it, then that's like one of the best students. Then,
right?
If you can take his shit that he's dishing, I hate how the captions here. They know that he's wearing white and that the captions are white, but they don't make them yellow or something, like a different color contrast because sometimes I don't know what the hell he's saying because it's the aspect ratio is a little different on the bottom and it's there's white overlapping with the captions in some spots. I'm like, what does that say?
Yeah,
I love how he strokes his beard.
Yeah, it's like right here. It's like, okay, your anger amuses me. Do you believe you're my match? But it's like that. I had to squint to read that because it's against white. And it's just.
I was saying this earlier, Mary, but you missed this. I want to someday find someone who can translate everything he's saying because I've seen this with Chinese friends, and apparently what he's saying does not match the subtitles. Apparently, it's like this is the kind of thing. If you said this to someone in China or in Hong Kong on the street, they would legitimately try and kill you. Like it's that brutal and terrible.
No, the insults.
Apparently, it's hard to translate word for word into English as well
because there's like innuendo involved that we're not getting.
Well, I mean, because Chinese is a language that has developed separately from English,
right?
So there's no direct word for word linguistical translation, unlike say Spanish or French, or sort of developed alongside English.
Yeah. So there's even more that you could read into this if you were actually able to understand it in its original language that we Americans don't get.
Well, the best way I was able to translate is that for me was that basically he's coming up with new and different ways to call her a stupid white bitch over and over.
It sounded like it. I do think that the insults could have been worse, but I'm like, I guess the captions they don't want to write down anything too vile. Like too, he's like, "Oh, you speak Japanese? I hate them." It's like, okay.
The GD Japs.
One thing to consider is the script could have changed as well. So they could have acted it, and he said a certain thing, and then later he's like, "No, let's massage the dialogue there a little bit." So it doesn't matter that he didn't actually say that when they filmed it, because now the dialogue's been streamlined to say this instead. That may also be part of why it's not exact, but I'm definitely interested. I'm intrigued by what you said. I'd love to know exactly what he's saying.
Same here.
See, now how could she just hold him up on the sword when he stood on it?
I mean, that's where you just suspend your disbelief for a second.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, it's homage to the old. I mean, this is.
It's like it's cool, but it was like.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that on purpose because it's paying tribute to the films that this came from.
It's in Hong Kong films they call it Lightfoot technique. Where
that's right. Yeah.
Where the whole mythology is, if your Lightfoot technique is good enough, you can actually stand on water because you're using your chi to hold yourself up.
Ah.
Aw. So NT Bird subbed to you, it looks like.
Yeah, I think it was already subbed to me. He might be talking about one of you guys or somebody in the chat.
I think he's talking about Scott.
He's already been subbed to me.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yep. I was all excited for you.
Well, I appreciate the enthusiasm anyway, and you can still be enthused for Scott. So
yay! I like Scott. He just grabs her by the face and throws her down.
He's like dork stamp.
It's like, step off, bitch.
You guys ever used to do that? The dork stamp? You just palm somebody's forehead and go, dork stamp.
He's all like, whatever.
He's like, my beard is stronger than your whole body. It's like, I'm going to kick you in the balls. Nope.
Whoops.
My testicles are another muscle of my body.
Basically, in White Lotus, he has the ability to retract his testicles into his body.
Okay, I don't know. I don't need to know the details.
Yeah.
And
he's that crazy. Like he's pretty nuts.
Oh man, look at
I love this part too. Like that's
what he's saying.
Like, well, that and her reactions to it, like she cannot move, like at all. Just by the arm and the hand, like you are totally useless now.
Yeah.
And you just know, dude.
Now. And it kind of gives you a reference for when she says "leave your limbs" in the first movie because they belong to me now.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Oh, nice.
Yep. She ties that. He ties that in. It ties that in beautifully, I think. And he's just like got her in this like arm lock, and she's still stuck in this frilly little white shirt, like a complete helpless chick.
Yep.
Look at
this type of scene would never happen in modern day now. It's so stupid because this makes her so much more likable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we were saying this earlier, like if Rey went through something like this and had to grow from this, we would like her so much more than we do.
We'd have loved her. I think we would have embraced her wholeheartedly. I think we wanted to embrace her, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree.
Completely ready.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why we love Uma Thurman so much, because she goes through so much but triumphs through it.
If this were Rey right here, she would have just beaten him in that fight easily, and then would teach him how to do this. And he's like, "Oh, I know so much.
Exactly.
My years of training don't mean anything. You are the best."
None of this matters anyway because Captain Marvel is the first female-led actor.
Oh, right. It's all,
this never happened. We're in like an alternate dimension right now.
All the women got deleted, apparently.
Yep.
And look at that wood, man. Like, that is legit wood. We're not talking about, like, pressed wood planks here. We're looking at a solid piece of wood. You can see the shreds and fibers there. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, they put so much detail into this.
Yeah.
Indie Bird says, Pei Mai took the concept of mansplaining to a whole different level. She actually tried to sucker punch him.
Well, just to drop some trivia here. In Hong Kong, there's no stunt doubles. So if you're a woman in the Hong Kong film industry, you're taking those punches, you're taking those falls.
I thought that was
you're having to stand with the guys at equal level, or you get the hell out of the industry.
Yeah, I thought that's why Jackie Chan personally didn't hate, but he didn't really enjoy filming in America because it's always, the camera angles is the thing and the cuts and different stunt doubles and where he's from, they just do it themselves.
Exactly.
If they break their thumb, then you put some ice on it and get ready for the next scene.
Yeah.
I think he did. I think he still did quite a few of his own stunts when he was in North America, like in Rumble in the Bronx. I think that's the majority of that is him.
Oh, right. I mean, the other actors.
That was a Hong Kong production. It was just filmed in America.
Look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he'd be frustrated because even if he does it all perfectly, the other people need to have different cuts.
Sorry.
Actually, I think it was filmed in.
Sorry.
Sorry. I like the emphasis on her pain to her fist with all the punching.
Yo, she just punches the wall in her sleep. Like, that's dedication.
Yep.
Oh man, I just love this whole scene right here.
She's being put through the ringer.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I like this scene too, where she's just trying to simply eat her food.
Right?
Like that is a painful task with her hand, and she can't grab the freaking things. It's like, he's like, you want to eat like dog? Go ahead. But you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were mentioning that Jackie Chan a while ago in Rumble in the Bronx when he jumps from the bridge onto the hovercraft. He legitimately broke his ankle.
Yeah, I think he's
and he just got right on
like a lot of his films. In Drunken Master, I think he broke his rib or something. Yeah. He broke something.
Yeah. In Drunken Master 2, he was legit set on fire.
Oh man,
we need more actors like Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
If you want to eat like a dog,
yep.
You can live outside like a dog.
Yep.
I love how I just had another bowl waiting and ready.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I knew this was going to happen.
Poor thing. Like,
I was confused on that. I was like, wait, is that his bowl that he gave her, or is that an extra bowl?
No, he has 3 bowls total on the table.
I didn't catch that detail the first time.
She's going for it, man. Like, that's some serious
grit.
You gotta try. See, Ray, that's all we freaking wanted was
exactly.
See
we wanted from Ray.
Exactly.
Like if this was Ray, she would have just eaten them in like a normal scene and show no signs of pain. And it's like, oh well, that's dumb. Okay.
Yep. But they owned this. They owned this full force, and this is a great scene. Like, I think we would have all not batted an eyelash if they'd never shown us this scene, if they'd never shown us how difficult it was for her to eat after all of everything that he's put her through. None of us would have batted an eyelash, but they put this in there to emphasize the legitimate struggle that she is facing. Like, they took such care with this film and all of that just to set up this scene.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like the longest foreshadow in cinematic history.
That's what I was saying. I forgot she was stuck in the hole. I was like, oh shit. And then I'm like, oh, this is starting to make a little more sense on how she breaks out now, I guess. Okay. Yeah. And then we see her in here, and it's like, damn, that would still suck. You get the claustrophobic feeling back, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, look at how small that is.
But look at her. She's taking it like a champ, and we know why. We have every bit of the context we need to understand why this makes sense. It's so perfect. Shit kicker boots and all.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she's just going for it. You believe every bit of this scene. Not like, honestly, how difficult had they not shown us everything that they just shown us? How difficult would it have been for us to own what she does right now? We wouldn't have bought it. We'd have checked it out.
Yeah, like her just slipping out of those boots.
Well, it's like such a confined space anyway. The fact that she could even wiggle out of them. It's crazy.
She just completely, but we own it because of everything that they've set up for us. They could, at this point, she could show me her doing just about anything and I would buy it.
Oh, it makes me think back to the wiggle, that big toe.
Right?
Like, that was all willpower. All willpower.
Yep.
And she was doing that for what, like 10 hours or so, or?
Yeah, the big toe thing, to get her whole legs to get working,
Yeah.
And then right here, I mean, it's hard to say how long she's been in here. I'd say at least couple hours, but it could be a couple minutes. Hard to tell.
Sure, but I can't imagine she would have let this gone on for too long before she grabbed a hold of herself, And of course she has it in her boot. Of course she does,
I was kind of surprised he didn't check for any more weapons on her. It's like, oh, really?
Exactly.
Huh.
Well, suspension of disbelief on that one.
Sure, but I can do that. That's fine.
It's not like a plot hole. I'm just saying, like, he does seem like a lazy guy who's too dumb to check. So, I mean, that does make sense.
Yep. She's all got this. Like, dude, God, this is such a great scene. I love these movies. And I've said that. I
think we got that, Mary.
I really do.
Yes, I know. That's what I was saying a little while ago. I was like, man, I kind of want Mary back here because she'd be flipping out over all this and be super enthused.
Well, she was my girl, you know, like this is my jam. Like, even though I'm not huge on the blood, like I was completely and utterly willing to put my disdain for watching massive amounts of blood aside, because this chick is what you want to see. When you're a female and you want to see a female on screen who's empowered, this is what you go to. This is what you want. It's completely and utterly believable and wonderful. And I embraced it the moment I saw it, because this is what I would strive for. Like, if I ever wanted to go after being a badass, this is the example right here.
Well, Mary, I got to recommend you look up Michelle Yeoh's Hong Kong work. If you don't mind subtitles, you're going to see a true female badass.
Yep. Agreed.
She is just, she can legitimately do everything you see her on screen. Like, she is just 100% real in everything she does, and just like able to keep up with Jackie Chan and Jet Li.
Cool. Can you put the link in anywhere from here? What is it
Sure.
called?
Tell you what, I will.
You can tell me what it's called now.
You can put it in our group chat right here. We have a little messaging thing in our group chat. On the top left of the screen of your Hangout, there should be a little thing that says chat, and you can drop a link down in there when you click it.
No problem. I'll put
If you want to just tell me what it's called, I'll write it down and handle it. One more time. Sorry.
This is my first time doing this. So.
Oh, man.
Here, just tell me what it's called.
I know she's through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the detail with the blood when she's punching it too. It's like, that would hurt. I mean, you punch anything. In one of my skits, I was stupid, and I actually punched my wall. That was so dumb, because it was, there was a board. It's not like it's hollow or nothing. Like, I straight up punched my wall. I think it was on accident. I think I was supposed to look like I'm punching it, but I actually punched it.
Oh, no.
And, I was just like, nope, that's not fun. Not at all. No.
Look at this. Bam. Up and out. And even the ground around her sinks a bit. She has to grab that grass.
Like grasping for her life.
Yeah.
I love the scene that follows this. Yeah. The quick little scene that follows this is hilarious.
Yeah. All right, girl. You got this.
All right, I'm out. All right.
Yeah. She's a human, like, you get it. Like, she feels completely human to you.
Yeah, I love how she just walks into the cafe, just like, can I get some water? Can I get some water?
Look at her, the dust that follows her around. Just looking at her like,
water, please.
I work at Subway, and I'm trying to imagine if somebody walked into my store like this, I'd be like, God damn it, Somebody has that. Somebody has actually. Somebody came in. This dude was doing construction down the street or something, and he came in. And I was like, okay, yeah, he's gonna get some food. But then he sits down, and then when he leaves, like, the chair and the floor and the table is just covered in mud. And I'm just like, oh, you asshole! Like, you didn't even wipe your feet before you came in. Like,
what a dick!
Yeah. Yeah, I like how right here. So we spent so much of the movie with Bud, and then with her learning with the master, and then now we get to spend quite a bit of it with her and Bud again. And it's like, we didn't even know her yet. We only saw her in one other scene or two other scenes, but it's like, they're still going to let every character get a little fleshed out before you kill them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, otherwise, why does it matter? Why does any of it matter if you don't? And this is done really well here. I love this entire bit between these two. They hate each other.
Oh yeah,
so much.
Love it. It's so awesome. She comes rolling up with her Firebird.
She's coming by today. I'll be sure to not wear a shirt.
Right? She's just all strolling up to her rickety trailer. Like, oh, you piece of human garbage. You can just see it in her swagger.
Well, I like how she's pissed that he killed her too. She's
like,
son of a bitch. You, the turd with the belly, really?
And she's just walking out of the desert like an utter badass.
Right.
Not giving a damn.
Like, does she even grab a water bottle? Nope. She just takes a sip and goes with her business. Just after being buried alive. She's good. She's still got the bloody stuff. I mean, this is all within a couple days of each other, from the beginning to where we are.
Well, I mean, you got to think this is probably like the next day for her. right? Because this
Well,
all
yeah.
happened at night.
Well, I
So-
mean, between the first film and this one, like,
Oh yeah,
total, like,
there's
2
not
or
a
3
lot of
days,
time.
like, again, kind of like Star Wars, but this is done way better.
yeah. I would
Agreed.
say, well, it's probably a few weeks at least because she's got to go to Japan. Well, then you have her. She's got to take
Okay.
a month
I
to do
forgot
the
the
Hattori
flights.
Hanzo.
I forgot about the flights. That's a good point.
Well,
Yeah.
and it takes a month to make the Hattori Hanzo sword. So, like a few months, I would say, probably less than a year total. Is what
But I mean, from when she fights the crazy 88s to this point.
Oh yeah,
Because then she goes and fights the black chick, and then does comes here and gets shot.
yeah.
Boom.
Wow. She totally knows. She just rolled up too.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's like she could have came in sooner, but it's kind of good that she didn't. 'Cause she just killed both of them.
Yep.
That's
Nope,
the
let 'em
Texas
kill each other.
B-roll.
And one thing I love about Daryl Hannah is that she's supposed to be like the evil version of Uma.
Yeah.
Like the same hair, the same build, the same style, the same mask, the same everything.
Mm.
I like how he's like
Uncle
playing
Bill.
basketball with the eggs.
Yeah.
He's like just tossing them in. Like that's what I do if I were just living out in the desert. Just do it. Make any mundane task. Try to make it more fun.
Well, and how even though he knows that Daryl Hannah's character hates him or whatever, the fact that he doesn't see what's coming here in just a second kind of legitimizes that he never checked for the knife.
Okay, that's a good
Yeah.
point. That's a good point.
Good point.
Well, it's like, see, he's so lazy. Like I'm just like he just seems like a lazy turd. Like he wouldn't be prepared.
Yeah, I mean, Bill had to warn him about the bride coming from, so.
Yeah. Ah, what a gorgeous sword. And it's like totally, you understand why she's admiring it. You totally get why this is such a huge deal for her to have.
When it's such a limited sword, like not that many people would have one.
Right. Well, they had all had one, but he had stopped making them, like
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's one of a
And
kind.
this is like his greatest sword.
Yeah.
Ever. So, of course she'd want it. Like he made this for her rival.
Yeah. And what drink is he making? Because that looks nasty.
margarita.
Yeah, margaritas.
I don't know. I don't know why. That just doesn't look. Looks like he would be chewing the drink.
It's a margarita. That's a margarita.
I don't want to chew my drinks.
Well, no, like if you do like a slushy margarita, that's fine.
I mean, I guess I don't like, like even with orange juice, like the pulpy type of feeling. It's the same with
Mm,
an actual drink. I don't want to, food chunks,
mm.
I guess. But I don't know.
God, do you have any idea how many trailers I've been in that look just like that?
Oh,
Like, that's legit.
We
right
get it.
there.
We get it. You're from Texas.
I'm from Kentucky. You
Same
wanna-
thing. Same thing. Same thing.
In Kentucky, we don't wear shoes, y'all. Texans have to. They have scorpions out there. Ugh.
You see, Auntie Bird says Daryl Hannah is an SJW in this movie. She got triggered and paid the price.
Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome.
That's a good one, man.
I
Good
love how
one.
he's trying to
Good one,
dole
Bird.
out wisdom to her here, and she's just like listening and taking this whole thing in, knowing what's coming down the pipe. She's just like so calm and collected that she's willing to listen to his bull crap and act like they can get along for a few minutes.
Mhm.
Like, oh, she's so measured. On the inside, she's going, "Oh my God, shut the fuck up!" Like, but she's playing along.
Yep. She's like, I guess you can have some last words. Sure.
yeah.
The way she Buffalo Bill. Too smart for a blonde. You sexist.
And you just want to tell him, dude, shut up, dude, shut up. Like,
It's
Here
like
we
he
go.
does it, he checks it right here. I'm like,
we
really?
go.
I mean, if somebody gives you that much money, you're supposed to be prepared for it to not be there.
Right?
Something like it's not that easy. People tend to not want to give up their money at all. Yeah, I'm good.
Good Lord.
I thought he was gonna count it. I thought he was gonna count it all. He's like 1, 2.
I don't know why he thought this was gonna go.
And she's just standing there watching.
Oh,
So I was saying, I was like, how do you think this is going to end nicely?
Exactly.
Yeah, that is some freaky stuff right there.
Oh god, that's terrifying.
I would have had her open it. I would have been like, have that shotgun out. Why don't you open it, please? Just to
Right?
be sure.
Exactly.
I don't trust you because, duh.
Oh no! I like him so much more than her. I want him to live.
And it's like he did a bad thing, but he seems
With
like a
all-
relatable guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
guys spread out on all his porno mags.
I mean, everybody loves the Big Lebowski. He might as well be that guy.
Right.
Even though I don't like the Big Lebowski, but you know.
I'm one of the weirdos too. I'm not really that fond of that film either.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Weirdest thing though, the first time I saw it, I liked it, and then when I went to go show it, I was dating someone at the time. We went to watch it together the second time, and I hated it, and she hated it too. And I don't know why I like this movie, and I couldn't recommend a movie for a while after that. But
I had to watch it in my intro to cinema class, and I was like, God, I just couldn't stand it.
Which movie?
The Big Lebowski.
Okay, I've never seen that one.
I've never seen it either.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome! This is the first time I've had a panel like this where we all are in agreement, kind of, or you guys haven't seen it to be able to judge it.
Most people love that film.
Because everybody goes, John Goodman's in it.
Little monologue here.
Yeah.
How he's just taking the piss, the bud.
Yeah, she's just like, I have my notes. I wrote it down. So when I kill him, when the snake bites him in the face, I'm going to tell him this whole thing.
Exactly.
Like, okay. It's like she knew. Yes, it's going to bite him in the face, too. So this will be fun. And
now you should listen to this because this concerns you.
Like, do you think she rehearsed this before going to get him, like, with on the drive in the car? Like,
she actually really, really sells this moment, too. Like, she's a total witch. And she's
a gargantuan actor.
Yeah. So rarely used in a sentence. I love it.
Same.
Well, it's like the fact that they both get their comeuppance is like very satisfying. The way that they're acting and the way that they do all this, and it's like, okay,
yeah,
perfect.
Sure.
And the way he can't even respond or do nothing. Just yep, I'm dying. Fuck. Gotta listen to this chick before I go. Damn it. Where's my beer? Where's my last drink?
Shoot.
And she's like, I wanted to kill her. God damn.
Oh, wow. And a bushwhack.
I'm just reading the lips because I don't have the sound on. I can almost tell everything she's saying right now. With how she's
like you. Damn, girl, you did not like this guy.
Shoot.
And
so
then,
Ivan Ortega just went live, guys. Just to give you a heads up.
Oh my god, and EVS is live. God damn.
Everybody's streaming tonight.
Everybody, man.
When does Ivan go live? He hasn't gone on in like 3 months.
I know.
It's a conspiracy.
He knows, Rookie. He knows.
I'd be over there myself, but my god, no. They know.
They're after you. They're after you.
I thought this was a funny part too. I'm like, is she really gonna pick up all the cash? And then I was like, is she gonna leave all the cash? No, she's literally gonna pick up all the cash. But wouldn't she have to put it in there neatly so it all fits? But she's all, that's what my mind goes.
I love this phone call.
And what a witch, man. She just lies right
I have
to
some tragic news.
Okay, see, guys, I was so confused. I thought she was talking to the short hillbilly that helped bury helped bury Uma. I was like, oh, she's talking to that short hillbilly? And she's talking, what? She wants to, what the, okay. This makes so much more sense to that. She's talking to Bill now. I did not get that.
Oh, wow. Buy a bunch of flowers. Huntington Cemetery on Fuller and Guadalupe. Look for the headstone of marked Paula Schultz and lay them on the grave. Yeah.
The name reveal.
They say it.
Beatrix Kiddo.
Yeah. And then suddenly you understand why he's been calling her Kiddo.
See, it's like I have it muted, but I can read her lips perfectly with it. I like how they show her randomly dressed as a
right?
Yeah.
What the heck was that even about? Like it had nothing to do with anything.
Robert's gonna, be this doesn't make any sense. Garbage tier 9 out of 10.
There's your fried chicken, rookie chicken champ on the table there.
See, they knew it.
Bam!
She it's reverse. She opens it this time, and then feet fly at her this time.
Right?
With a shotgun, and
More
the
feet focus.
trailer's so small she can't open the sword.
Oh. She's just beating her butt.
With the antenna. Come on.
Well, it's like, do you think that she went in knowing that the other dude was dead, or just like was guessing, hoping, or?
I mean, we know that she was able
She's
to. She might have been watching everything from the window for all we know. You know, like waiting for her moment.
Could be.
Oh,
She's
good ones.
a good fight, good rivaled fight.
Yeah. And that split screen was so warranted right there. That was perfect.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh,
damn.
She's gonna put her head in a toilet.
The spit can.
Gross.
Oh, your face. Just like, you know. Even in death, he haunts me. I love how it's in a trailer, like a trailer fight. Because it's so small, every kick they hit the wall basically.
Well, and the fact is, trailers aren't meant for this kind of combat.
It's like they break through the whole house.
Yes, there's a reason when they go through the wall, it makes sense. Like that.
Yeah, the walls are so weak. Yeah, the walls are so weak. My dad lived in a trailer, and oh my god, like his walls, I felt like I was gonna break his house every time I walk in it because it's so fragile. I think I broke one of his walls one time. Yeah, I elbowed it on accident.
Yeah.
And there's like a huge dent in the wall. I'm like, sorry, but I was just stretching to move out.
In the toilet.
Oh, in the toilet. Oh, gross.
It's just like Aquaman.
She flushes it. Yes.
Gotta get a breath.
That's a smart move. Who would think of that while they're being choked out and drowned? Like, oh, I'm going to flush the toilet and the water will go down. It's like, oh yeah.
They're just beating each other's butts, man.
Blow for blow. I love it. This is a brutal fight. I love that.
Exactly, man. This is why I loved Yuan Wu Ping. Like,
Look at that.
I mean, it's like in the Daredevil show, like he leaves every episode beaten up like this, basically. It's like, okay, we like the guy.
Let's check it out.
Bud sword.
Bam! Only man I ever loved. Bill. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Brothers, man.
Yep. Bud's Hanzo's sword. Or Hanzo's sword. Yeah. Guess that makes him a liar.
It's like on Uma, you still see like the dirt from the night before with the blood on top and the sweat, like in the water. Like that is detail on a good level for a film.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Her hair is even dingy from the color.
Yeah, it's like it's affected by the night. Like I love that detail. Love it.
I love
this cut with the eye. What did you say to get your eye taken out?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I love
Bad
it.
idea. God, what a bitch. That old fool.
I killed him.
I killed your master. And now I'm going to kill you.
Easy, but I love it too. Oh, no, you poisoned my food. Oh, no. Treacherous dog.
Right? That's right. I killed your master. No, I know I'm ahead. I'm sorry, but I love it.
The evil laugh, too. I love the evil laugh.
Yes.
And Mary, I have like over 30 clips for the Jeremy video.
Oh, snap. Oh,
I think
God,
people send them to me. Wow. I had Ruth do a lot of the work on that, so I don't have to ask everybody.
Right. I'm going to kill you too.
This looks like straight out of a cartoon.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, God, I love it. Oh, I love it so much.
I'm glad she has an eye patch. That just helps for some reason. I don't think I could take her even more seriously if she had.
You don't have a future.
No.
She's going to do this barefoot.
Well, so I love this too. A sword fight in a narrow trailer hallway. Like, this is the worst spot for a sword fight.
This will not go well.
This is about to end in the most hilarious way possible.
I loved the theater just lost it when I saw this.
All this build up, guys. All this build up. And then what happens?
Just one little clash and then yoink.
And they're both on the ice too. Oh.
I did not see that coming either. That's a good version.
I love how she's freaking out too. Like,
she's blind now. It's like, well, I guess she wins.
damn.
Killing her would just be less fun to watch, I guess. Like, yeah, she's just rolling around. Wah, 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 you took my eye out.
Oh,
And this is the best part.
so gross.
Oh.
So unnecessary.
God, that's so gross.
I love
I'll
it.
kill you.
She's not even happy that she killed her. She's like, eh.
Still there too, and even the snake is backed off from
Yeah,
her.
exactly. Even the snake's scared.
It's like, I can bite an
And
eye.
the snake's like, damn, girl, you are nasty.
Oh,
Well, we never really find out whether or not she dies. Like, she's just in
Well,
there with the black mamba,
in the credits, they leave it as a question mark.
right? Like, they just leave that hanging. It's cool. We're all good with it, though, I think, just
Well,
because.
I like how she's still flailing around, and it's like, even if she got out of the thing, it's like she's blind in the middle of the desert.
Exactly.
She is screwed. She will die at some point unless somebody. Oh, hey, look, we got me a blonde again. Give me my trusty pocket needle.
The pocket needle.
Last
Face to
shot.
face. Mm. Sorry.
For that was beautiful.
Oh, man. Come on. I'll admit, these are like the first two movies in a really long time that I'm really invested. Like, a lot of recent releases, like I can just, I watch it, even the Marvel ones and all these. I'm just like, they're okay, they're whatever. I don't think about them. There's not as many details that make me focus. But like these, I'm like watching and trying to see detail, and I'm noticing little filmmaking things as to where the other one's just CGI blobs half taken out of the screen. Like even in Alita, I liked Alita, and the character is great. But there's just some parts that make me think of Transformers. And I'm just like, with the CGI on the screen, with the battle bots, I'm like, that looks kind of crappy. But
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's a little overhyped in some areas. But with Alita Battle Angel, I think it drug a little too long. Could have ended after the battle bot thing, and they just kept on going. But
Well, it
still 10 out of
benefits
10 for character. But for the movie, I give it like a 7 out of 10.
It benefits from timing, is what's going on, really.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad movie or anything, but it's definitely being boosted up. I would kind of say the same thing about Aquaman, honestly. I loved that movie, but I don't think I would have liked it had it come out as much, had it come out like right after Man of Steel. So
Right.
that's what I think the DCEU needed Aquaman at the time because of everything that was going on. It needed something like that. So I kind of feel the same way. It's benefiting from this whole Captain Marvel fiasco. So
yeah, people are expecting the worst from Captain Marvel. So like Alita, oh my god, I never would have imagined a cool chick in a while. It's like, okay, sweet.
I like the fact that Cameron ended Alita the way he did. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it.
I haven't.
Yeah, I kind of think it could have ended sooner. I think they just
But
drug
I mean, the minute I saw Hugo, I was like, okay, Cameron, you have some balls.
He reminds me of
like, okay, he did.
He reminds me of a character from a Disney movie. Like, you guys ever see Brink? Hugo reminds me of one of those skater kids.
And I think that's where some people who like the manga or anime take contention, because Hugo was much more rougher around the edges in the anime and manga.
Yeah, he just seemed like I'm a bad guy, but I'm a good guy, and but I'm just like, it came off so dumb to me the way they did. I mean, at first I liked him, but then they kept on fleshing him out more, and the more I wasn't liking him, I'm like, okay.
I think it would have been better if they stuck with the way he was originally imagined. I mean, he has a very tragic family life, and there's a reason he wants to go to do what he wants to do. And there's a reason why he's so driven like that. And there's a reason why Alita kind of helps him to turn his life around. Like, and it's all based on his backstory, and they left a lot of that out. And I think that weakened his character in the movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I think that's like really the only major complaint. I mean, Alita was done so well, and so
I mean, for her character, that's like a 10 out of 10. her character. But just other parts of the film, I think the Doctor could have been 2 different characters because he plays like 5 different types of roles in the film that are all important. And I'm like, that's a little too much for one guy. And I don't know.
I agree. Which again, not spoil anything, but he was kind of a little different in the original material as well. So it's like it's kind of going to be interesting where if this film does get a sequel, what they're going to do with it, because there's like currently and still ongoing 35 volumes.
Well, it seems like it seems like they could have cut out part of it and then made it into a part of what was in this one into the second one and then have a third one going on. But enough about Alita for now. I guess get back to we do that for a different stream. Definitely talking about Alita when more people have seen it. Probably after Captain Marvel's weekend. So.
I was kind of hoping to actually do a review with someone who was new to the franchise, considering like I'm kind of like.
Yeah, I've never seen the manga or nothing. Just the movie.
Oh, I've been watching anime since Robotech back in the 80s.
I remember Robotech.
I'm the kind that was only into like Pokemon, Dragon Ball, and Yu-Gi-Oh! As far as anime goes.
Does old school Voltron count?
Voltron, or Go Lion
if
you're Japanese like that.
Mary's like, let's talk about more hot female chicks. This is not part of.
We're here with Bill's foster dad in the poorhouse.
Yeah, you.
So Mary, it's on mute. So who's this guy again that she's talking?
Oh, Esteban. He's like a father figure to Bill. So he collected father figures when he was younger or whatever. And basically, he was just sort of enlightening us that Bill was sort of a sucker for blondes, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of an awkward scene to kind of take in. Yeah, her face. He cuts his women who piss him off a bit, and he was kind of trying to compliment her. She's so beautiful. If she'd been around when he was back in business, she would have been his #1 chick. And he was like, "Didn't Bill shoot you in the head?" And she's like, "Yes, he did." And he was like, "Oh, that's too mean. I'd have just cut you." And she's like, "Well, thank you for that." So where's Bill?
I always thought this was a scene I could have cut and nothing would have been lost.
You said he collected father figures like in the closet. Like what?
No, like
I know what you mean. The way that's worded just sounds funny. Like he collects them. He has a collection of fathers.
He's got a little shelf in the back.
There's rocks. There's the crystals, and there's fathers.
Yeah, he would want him to, is what he says. Like,
is this supposed to be more backstory for Bill for the most part before?
But I do agree it could have been cut probably or whatever. There's not a whole lot that we garner from this that's necessary for the plot.
I feel like we would have done better
other than it being a motivator.
I mean, like it does tell us that we know how she got to Bill, right? So I guess it's important in that aspect. But for the rest of it, it's just sort of awkward. It's really the only scene in the whole movie that I'm not completely 100% on board with. And it's not because I hate the scene. I don't hate the scene. It's not the worst thing ever. It's just not. It's not on the same level as the rest of the film, basically, in its entirety.
There's a shot a moment ago where they just have the sword in the car, and it looked like the sword was driving.
Yeah.
Before they cut to the front, I was like, "Oh my god, that looks funny." Yeah, this subverted my expectations too. Kind of, I was like, "Oh, she's gonna go battle him. Is this gonna be the cliche? I'm gonna get you. Oh, but whatever." And then he's gonna reveal something about the past. Well, kind of, but not really. Not in that order. Not in that order, and not in that pace.
I love how she showed up in a skirt.
As I was like, this is her battle uniform she's wearing. Before it was the yellow jumpsuit. Now it's just a casual skirt and leather jacket. All right.
Bing, bing,
and
mommy.
Boom. And there's a kid there.
And freeze, mommy.
And her kid. And says, mommy.
Damn.
That little girl.
I had to pause here when I was watching this. I was like, wait a second. What the hell?
Yep.
I mean, you can only imagine what she must be feeling right now.
Well, yeah, it's like all she wants to do is kill him, and then it's like, there's my kid, and I thought she was dead. And it's right there.
And this up beautifully with what happened with Copperhead or Vivica A. Fox. She has a soft spot for kids, like and this is her own kid. So it's not as if she's cold to the point of like not being able to. Like, it's not as if she's to the point where she can't recognize that this is not the time or the place. This is set up beautifully.
Yeah. Well, it's like the little kid looks like a normal kid. And it's like, what? Huh?
Yep. She's just a beautiful little girl. Look at that
Like-
face.
Like, and her acting here with the
You're dead, mommy.
with the mom, it's like with her, it's like that's acting. You know, as to where other people have to go, they have to like make a bunch of noises to try to look like they're crying, and she's just having the tears fall out, kind of, and she's not like moaning around.
No.
So many times you get the grimacing face, like they're crying, but then there's no tears coming out, and you're like,
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to when they go and they have
Yeah,
to scream and go when they're like trying to fake cry.
Right.
The ones that can just have the tears flow, it's really good.
And this little girl's a great little actress. Look
I
at her.
agree. That girl was amazing.
I was about to say, so many kids can ruin a movie or just go, the kid's acting so dumb, and this kid just seems like a genuine kid for the most part.
Yep.
I think the worst offender was the third Matrix movie.
I haven't seen a Matrix film.
Oh, yeah.
This was
Oh my.
beautiful.
Oh no!
Yeah, this
I
was-
see the first one for sure. That's must see.
She looks at him with so much hatred right now.
I know she's
Mhm.
like, oh gosh, I love this thing, and you raised this thing, and I thought this thing was dead, and god damn it!
Quit calling it a thing, Jared.
Well, I you know what I mean.
It's a little girl. She's
My-
alive.
My brother's not girlfriend, but chick that he knocked up a long time ago. She was mad because I didn't know who she was, and he never introduced us or nothing. And I was like, hey, yeah, if you want us to meet the kid sometime, sure. And she's like, how dare you call it the kid? She has a name. And I was like, oh my god, I don't know. I didn't see the offense.
You're a
Like,
monster.
I was
Ricky.
just
You're own
talking.
it.
I was just talking and said the kid because that rolled off the tongue. And she's like, oh my gosh, my kid has a name. Meh, 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 meh.
You don't like children, just own it.
No, children love me. I'm a playground as far as they just try to tackle me down. I'm like, okay, thanks.
You seem like you'd be fun to tackle. You seem like you'd be the kind of guy who would go ahead and take the fall. Just
Pretty much. They'll send all the 12 kids to make me chase them or make them chase me. And I'm the jungle gym.
dude, I love what they do with BB here because they actually like give her a streak of the crazy, right? Like this adorable little girl who's playing, but they totally show that she does some nutcase stuff. She's these people's kid. It's disturbing.
Like, I just took out the goldfish and I
Killed
love Bill watching this. He's like watching her reactions to the kid.
Right?
Like see, okay, is that bad? Would you freak out? I just said the kid.
Ugh.
What, the girl? I don't know her name. Like,
Aw. Yes,
Yeah.
I do. Look at her. She's a kid. I want to eat her up. Oh my god. You're so cute. I love you. I want to make you some eggs.
product placement for mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I liked the scene a moment ago where Bill was like saying like, "Mommy's been dreaming of you,"
Mhm.
and that's how she'll know what you look like.
Yep.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's
Oh,
like they almost make it seem like he wants to be okay with her. But
Yeah. He was a real bad daddy. Oh, I love it. And look what he uses to put the stuff on the bread.
I know.
The mayo.
Huge.
The giant
Huge.
butcher knife.
I was like, that's not a little
Best-
kitchen knife, a little butter knife. Nope.
Best food mayonnaise on some bimbo bread.
Yeah.
Bimbo. That's sexist.
Well, it's the name that he has on here. Usually Tarantino has his own products in his films. I'm not sure if it's still in Kill Bill, but in his earlier films, he had a lot of his own like made up products that weren't product placement. Like if you had a pack of cigarettes, it'd be something that he made up, or if you had a drink, it'd be something that he made up.
Look, I accidentally stepped on him. You accidentally stepped on a fish.
Almost like this scene goes on for a long time, and this whole stuff with them, and I'm like, God, this is the best character development for the final villain and the kid, and you just don't see this.
No, it's amazing. It's just this is why it's hard for me to pick between the first and the second one because of scenes like this. Just sort of tie everything up in this beautiful bow.
At this point in the first movie was the beginning of the bloody fight with the 80 people, at this exact point, basically.
Right.
And over here, we're just chilling, eating peanut butter with the kid, talking about killing a goldfish.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think it might be bologna, but
Whatever.
It's mustard on that sandwich, man. You don't put mustard and mayo on PB&J, you savage. What's wrong with you?
Well, I don't know. I don't eat mustard or mayo or peanut butter, so I wouldn't know.
What?
I'm picky.
What are you doing with your life?
How do you live without peanut butter, man?
Right.
I love how Bill is
But
so
not peanut
good
butter.
with her. Like, just
He is.
Yep. He really is.
See, like for him, I was confused. Like, did he actually want this to, like, you know, work out with her at all, or did he still want to kill her? Because I'm like, the way he's acting seems like he'd be cool with living the life, but I don't.
Right?
And then same with her. Is she thinking about it, or she still want to kill him big time? She definitely wants to kill him. But, you know, seeing the daughter and the way she's raised, it's like, that's not horrible.
Yeah. Well, I think, like, if you want to read into it, and that's really all you can do in terms of his motivation for this whole thing, there's really only two ways to read into it. And that is that either A, he loves his little girl and he wants her last memories of him and her mother to be good and to be normal and to be something that she can take forward without feeling like things were crazy, right? Because this is sort of it, and he thinks that might be it. Or the other side is it's possible he's hoping that this is the only way he can get through to her, that it could stop here. And it could even be both. It could just be a desire for like, even if it doesn't work, that this doesn't work at bare minimum. This leaves his little girl with some sense of normalcy after he's gone, because he knows he's going to die. You have to know he knows he's going to die.
Well, he knows that she's going to try to kill him. He's ready for her to attack him. But yeah, that he might kill her as well.
Right. Well, I mean, like, I think he's probably figured by this point, if she's gone through everybody else, she might very well kill him too. And that's a very real possibility. Like, even if he takes her on, how likely is it after everything she's gone through to get to him and all the hate that she has from him, or even if it's just a measure to try to get her off her guard, to kind of have her a little emotionally unstable at the time that she goes after him. Maybe it's a power play.
Yeah, true.
So,
I mean, there was a line that made you think maybe she will forgive him, because she said, no, it doesn't hurt anymore.
Yeah. When it's like, yeah, she's just, totally relaxed. She gets to see her kid and he just lets them have their moment for a bit. And it's like, okay, that's not where I thought this was going to go.
Well, I was convinced that she was going to forgive all for like the most of this. Like,
Me too.
I was really convinced that this was going to have sort of like a ride off into the sunset, happy ending kind of thing go down, but I won't spoil it for anybody in the chat.
Yeah. But it's like, this is how you do a likable villain as well. Like,
yes.
Like they really don't know how to do that a lot with villains these days. I mean, sometimes I get it, but like, Loki would crack too many jokes, so he's, kind of, just more of a normal guy than a villain, really. He doesn't do anything too malicious. And what's a good modern villain? Like, above 2010.
Well, Thanos was pretty good.
I was going to argue Thanos. If we're talking MCU, yeah, that's personally.
Yeah. I would argue Zod. I honestly would.
Because
he literally does say, like in his last monologue, like every decision I made, regardless of how cruel or savage, was for the benefit of my people.
Yeah, I think Man of Steel is criminally underrated as well, honestly.
Yeah. So I mean, he does care about Krypton. He does care about people, and he knows what he's doing is going to kill all life on Earth. But to him, his home means more than anything.
Mm.
And it's the same thing with Superman. Like, his home means more than anything, but his Earth. And so I think, like, Zod really was a villain you could kind of like respect and relate to, and think, if things had been different, maybe they honestly could have been on the same side.
Fair enough.
But they're rare, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love how everything about her in this scene screams mother at her core.
Mm-hmm.
Like, instinctively she knows what to do with this little girl.
Well, and that tells you that she didn't want to just keep on killing people forever, even though she's good at it. You have a kid in the mix, and she wants to be a mom.
Well, she was willing to walk away from all of this.
Mm-hmm.
She did walk away from all of this. She was going to devote her life to this little girl. And she wasn't prepared. Like, even though it was something she didn't expect, she wasn't wanting when it started. She was completely scared and freaked out. I mean, like, it was what it was. And so she was ready and prepared to walk away from all of it. And so in this moment, she has an opportunity to be that mother that she never got to be. That's what all of this has been about, is the rage of a mother, Like, if if she'd thought that BB was alive this entire time, she would never have done everything that she did. She'd have gone to be with BB. That's all there is to it. None of this would have gone down if she'd known that BB was alive. And even she knows right now it's possible she's going to die, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, okay, I might very well die. Here's the last thing I can give her.
The first thing she did when she woke up was mourn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that really did set up what's happening here.
She loves her. This is a woman. This is a strong woman. This is how you make a strong woman.
Hell yeah.
And here we go.
Praise women.
Because there's nothing about her in terms of her femininity that's diminished. They've never stripped her or robbed her of her femininity. And that's one of the things I'm getting sick and tired of is you have to steal her femininity because she's a superhero or she's a strong woman. Is that necessary? No, it's not. And this is a perfect example of why it's not.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if
Agreed,
anyone's
Mary.
following new Netflix She-Ra, but
Oh God.
yeah, literally turns into a man when she goes superhero. Literally.
I've heard.
It was funny
not
when I watched that
Not
for
like
the first time.
genetically, but no, it's pretty much a man just without the genitalia.
When I was watching it for the first time, I was like, she doesn't look like a dude. What are they talking about? Then she transforms. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah,
It's
okay, I get it.
freaking Ben 10, okay? Like,
Yeah.
God.
10.
Mm.
And this is supposed to be empowering to women. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's not.
Now, especially when they say this will empower you, it's usually wrong.
It's
That's
not
where
empowering.
ones like this are just a good film, and it just so happens to have that be a secondary effect.
Yeah.
Because it tends to be, it's not empowering unless they're telling you it's empowering. It's like we want you better like this new character. You have to like that. When has forcing someone to like something ever worked ever?
Like, I don't like bananas. You can't get me to like them by
Right.
telling me that it's
You
great.
don't
and
like
it's
anything,
something.
rookie.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, good point though.
I mean, I love the Star Wars expanded universe, all the books that happened before Disney took over. But there are some people that just don't get that deep into the mythology. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm not going to force you. If it's just movies, that's great.
Yeah. I like that they're watching a Western right here, too.
Like, I'd be like, oh, God, I can recommend hundreds.
A bunch of them. I like how they're watching a Western on the TV right here while they're
Right?
having a little showdown. And
Exactly.
I can't tell which one it is, but I do like, too, how he's all ready for her to just act irrationally. I thought this was a dumb move on her part. Like, I thought she was going to just take it kind of chill and talk to him, not try to kill him here. But
Yeah, I love how he's trying to keep this civil.
yeah, she's like, nope, and just blast that. She's like, oh, whoops. Big ass pistol, damn.
And you know what? He could have shot her already. You know?
Yeah, like I think he wanted the truth out of her was the main thing. He's like, you're alive now. You should have been dead, but you're alive, and you're here now. So let's get some truth out of you. But I don't believe you, so yeah. And that's what I thought he was waiting for. Like, if she has a reasonable reason for why she left, I thought he'd be like, okay, I forgive you completely. Now he's butthurt too. So.
Oh yeah.
He's like, you only think about yourself. She's like, oh, wipe this stuff.
She's not pulling the fruit out of her boobs. It's like boob fruit.
That's funny.
That's kind of fruit.
The struggle is real. Sorry, I'm the only chick right now, so nobody else gets it. But the struggle is real.
That happen all the time, Mary.
No, usually it's like a
Get a little
boob
food.
Cheeto. It's like
Get a little food down there.
a boob crumb. You're just like.
Do you ever catch it, like flex and catch it real quick before it goes further down the shirt? No, it's good.
It's a true story. Stuff falls in my boobs all the time. I'm constantly pulling food out and just eating it.
When he shot her right here, I was so confused. I was like, "Wait a sec! Oh, it's a dart. It's a what dart? This seems like a cartoon too." Honestly, I'm like, he gets a truth serum dart. That okay? That's a little far fetched, but I can bend it here. That's fine.
I love how she's like, I'll stick another one in your cheek, and she's like, okay. All right. Like, he's just messing with her right now.
I feel like with her,
like, it's my greatest invention. Oh, at least my favorite.
I feel like she would have just ignored him and gone with it anyway, but she's gone through so much shit up to this point. It's like, I'll just, go with the least pain possible right now.
Right. Oh, slight wave of euphoria.
The way he says this story, really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good. So good, this scene.
She's like, no. I love her reaction. God, it makes them natural, doesn't it? She's like,
Yeah.
He's like, Euphoria. Do you feel it? Euphoria? No.
Here comes the
Not even a
Superman.
little. Yep. Oh. But he's right. He's completely right. Yeah. Oh. I mean, I'm not the only one who wants to just watch it.
It's like I'm watching with no sound, but I'm like, shh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so. And I've just seen it so many times, I just hear it all in my head.
Yeah. You can literally hear their voices. It's so iconic and so beautiful.
Yeah, performances were so great.
I feel like I've heard this type of story told in a similar way, but coming out of him and in the situation with his character, all that, it just fits really well right here.
Yeah, yeah. David Carradine's a fantastic actor.
What, I'm a superhero? No. It's like you're trying to be Clark Kent, and that's just not you.
It makes me want to go get my cape. Seriously.
You have your cape? You have a cape?
Oh yeah, I've got a couple capes.
Nice. No capes.
I've got a Batman cape, I've got a Superman cape, and I've got a Wonder Woman cape.
Oh, you need to get your Captain Marvel cape.
No.
It's on back order. Everyone's sold out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Or those are now bath.
Is that sold out or discontinued?
Yeah, already discoed.
Captain Marvel of cape shall now be the Captain Marvel bath towel.
Oh, I should get one. I do have a Batman robe. I kind of want to go get it now.
Do you unveil it and go, "Welcome to my Bat Cave"?
Actually, when people come over, the first thing I do is throw on my Wookiee onesie and my mask.
Normal, very normal.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm totally normal, guys. Thanks for the trying to make me feel better about myself there.
Yeah, no problem.
Everybody is like shaking their head no silently to themselves right now.
Mm-hmm. I forget, what are they talking about right here after the story of the
basically saying how just like Superman becomes Clark Kent and pretends to be weaker than what he actually is. That's what she was doing when she was going
right.
to the guy.
Yep.
What was the second question? I forgot after that story.
Well, that she would have worn the mask but she is the cold-blooded killer, right? Like that she is pretending to be normal.
Right. No, I get
normal.
that. But he asked her like a few questions here, like after that.
Oh, well,
he says the Superman thing.
Yeah, no, that's
was it that long of a speech? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're coming up on that.
Oh, I forgot how long it was. Okay. Because in my head, I'm like, I get it. I cut it. So I'm like, okay.
I agree with his assessment that Clark Kent is his critique on us, but I don't know if I agree with he was born Superman, because technically he wasn't. It wasn't until he got to the Yellow Sun then he became Superman. So
I mean,
really nerdy there, but I just happened to notice. He wasn't really
Bill, sir, if you really knew your comic books, then you would know the true word.
But you take his meaning, though. Like, even if you don't agree with it.
I like his critique.
It's the sentiment.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
First question. So.
Yeah, here we go. Here's your questions.
Okay. No, the visuals tell you all the thing. Okay. It's like you don't even need to have the sound on, but it just makes it better. Imagine if they released this as a silent film, and then later they added music, and then later they added the dialogue.
And they actually worked.
I love how she completely embraced that was this little girl's name. She accepted who she was.
Belle and Beatrix.
Yeah. Like, well, she probably had a different name picked out for it if you think about it. But, that's not what happened. It's not how it went down. So she accepts her daughter as she is with the name she has and not what it was that she wanted to put on her, because this is this little girl's life.
Good point.
Good point.
She's a true mother. Like she really is at her core.
Well, I like too how I like how he's pissed too. It's not like it's just her. Like he's like, from my view, you left me. I see you with another dude. You're trying to leave. Like, what the hell? And with the baby as well. And I could see him being a little butthurt.
Yeah. Well, I think he's gone a little further than most would have gone with this particular vendetta.
Yeah, I like how he admits that too. He's like, I shouldn't have maybe killed you, but I should have shot you in the head. But whoops. whoop-de-doo.
Right?
Tuesdays, you know.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we?
Exactly. Yeah, what's funny too, I think this is a full 30 minutes longer than the other one.
Yeah.
I think more of these scenes. Like this whole third act takes place like at the hour and a half mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this one was shorter, but it's definitely not.
Oh, it was definitely longer.
In my mind, it was shorter, but yeah.
I mean, there's only like 2 fight scenes so far.
Yeah, it's very.
We have one coming up right now with the.
No, but I barely count this as a fight scene.
Yeah, it's not hardly.
It's like a little shootout for a minute.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Looking at her tummy. Like that's exactly what you would do in that situation.
Well, it's like she looks so thin, but it's like that's muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's just so early. You don't show for several months.
Yeah. According to Disney, women don't have boobs.
Boobs. Sorry, what?
Shoulders wider than I do. Yep.
I love how it's a Rolex that she's using to time it. Like she's still a badass assassin chick, you know, but she's checking the pregnancy test.
Exactly. Watching the second hand on my Rolex.
And she's completely freaked out by this. She's completely freaked out by this. And it took exactly this series of events for her to rethink everything. If it hadn't gone down exactly this way, you have to imagine that she probably wouldn't have walked away the way that she did. Like it was that exact sequence of emotional trauma that required this to happen the way that it did.
And I love this whole exchange, as well as the other actress.
Yeah, but I like how she dropped it on accident, and then because of that, she was able to not get shot in the head.
Yep. Bam.
And she just blocks that like nothing.
Right?
You know, like, yep, of course a knife's coming at me, and swang, boom, and that was actually the most badass move right there.
Yeah, not before I put one right between your eyes.
I like how technically the shotgun girl has the more advantage here because her shot, even if she misses, could at least nick her. As to where Uma, she's got to hit her.
Yeah,
but you know she would. You know,
I know, but
a lot of that's gonna go right through the bed and hit her most likely anyway. Yeah.
And it had to be a woman, honestly. Like,
yeah, if it was a dude, he'd be like, and I give 2 shits. Why?
Exactly.
Right. A woman would have recognized, like, pregnant. I can't mess with that. Can't mess with that. You know, a man. I'm no offense, guys. I know you're all males, but like, no one understands another woman's stress over something like this than another woman.
No, agreed.
Correct.
I mean, guys have the same thing too, where sometimes you need a guy to understand what a guy's going through.
Sure. D's nuts, you know? Sorry.
Point taken, though.
Yeah, she's like, and I totally get it. Like, she's like, please, you can see it. You can hear it in her voice. She's so stressed out. And this other chick immediately recognizes this is a woman who has just realized, it's like, she recognized it in her voice and everything in her. Like, oh my God, she puts herself in her place, bends down, gets the strip, and is like, that's the only reason she's even willing to like acknowledge this moment is going down.
And I love how she fumbles for the test.
Yep.
It's like
the box with the directions. That's right there.
It's like it was a trick. Why would she be really wanting her to read all this stuff? Like, really? And then go fill up a glass of water and do all these tasks. Set the bed up, please.
And she reads from the whole.
Grenade on the absorbent.
What does this mean? Oh, it means this. Okay.
I'll read it for myself. Thank you.
I can read.
Yeah, she's just like, oh crap, she's pregnant.
This is such a weird scene, but I like it.
But it's perfect.
Yes.
With the knife still sticking out of the shotgun.
Yep.
Yeah, God, I love the knife shotgun block. That is like the cool. She just no flinch. Just didn't even try to duck it. Just I'm gonna block it with the hilt of the shotgun.
Yep.
Like, so cool. Damn.
And ends with the congratulations through the hole.
Yeah, I know.
Like this chick's only in this for like what, not even 5 minutes, but she's already cooler than Rey and Captain Marvel.
Oh, agreed.
Where's her solo?
And of course, none of the other hotel residents heard a thing or were bothered or.
Right.
Well, the kid didn't hear the pistol go off.
I was thinking
big ass
that
pistol.
too, yeah, when he shot the gun, I'm like, the kid.
Well, the TV was on, and it's a big house, and the door was closed. No.
Yeah, I love this. It just explains her perfectly. It ties everything up in a nice, beautiful bow.
Well, yeah, and then by now, I mean, like, you know that she is a mom now, like, with this and talking to him, and she's like, man, this is our kid, but I hate you, and god damn it, and yeah, it's like, what is going to happen? And I was expecting a huge, overblown, stupid fight, and I'm so glad with what they did instead. I'm like, that feels right.
Yeah, it does.
And that backyard looks very nice, too, by the way. Like, for the colors with it, the blue with the green.
Now, this was kind of the only cop-out that I really felt was like, I knew you'd claim her. Like, I guess if she'd been living in his world, then yeah, I guess. But at the same time, like, she could have just had a normal life. She could have walked away and not necessarily. I don't know. I don't feel like they really fully fleshed out that he would just claim her.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess if he didn't know, no, I don't know.
I mean, I could see how it's the case, like, given this like an assassin's guild or whatever, and Bill is like the runner of all these women or whatever.
You left my clubhouse, me.
Yeah. Yeah. Coup de grace on me by busting a cap in my crown. That I never thought. Yeah, she never thought that could happen, but shit, that's why guys are savage.
Look, he's just drinking too. He's like, "Yep, this could be one of our last moments. I'm gonna have some alcohol."
Right. Mm-hmm.
What's funny is that the last thing I saw him in was on Lizzie McGuire, I think, from back in the day, and he plays as like plays as the little kid's master for kung fu, so he can fight a bully, and he's like, if you could take that penny from my hand, and all these moves, and then the kid at some point to bait him. I was like, what the hell? That's what I recognize him from first. I'm like, hey, that's from Lizzie McGuire.
Right. Wow.
From like 2002.
Wow. Yeah. And you can tell he really loved her. Like,
yeah. Again, it's like there's no sound playing, but I still I'm like, shh, shut up.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Agreed. Yeah, you can tell there's just some real emotion between these two.
I'm listening with my eyes.
That they loved each other. And I never really thought I would buy that. I never thought that I would buy that these two could have ever been in love. The age difference, for one, is massive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you believe that they loved one another. Like,
when they try to do that with a lot of other films and characters, like, oh, the main one and the other one used to love each other, but it just always seems so forced and stupid. But this one is actually pretty realistic, believable at least.
I overreacted.
That's your explanation.
He's like, hey, I'm being honest. I didn't say that I'm not, but
He's a killer. He is such a killer. Yep. To break in the heart of a murdering bastard. Yeah.
I think Anakin needs to catch up on the kills to get on her level.
Dude,
right now.
Can you imagine how much better Anakin would have been if he'd been more like this? Like with a soft streak, but like you can understand how he would have fallen in love, but I'm a murdering bastard. You know what I mean? That
would have been a better way for him and Padme to break up. They're both super badass. And then later she ends up getting killed at some point, but it's like, oh man, that would be much better death for Padme than the way she went out.
But he even loves his child. You can see how loving the child sort of opens up a soft spot in him. Like, man, Anakin would have been light years better if he'd been more like Bill.
Yes.
Not that I like Clone Wars, but yeah.
I'm saying that even if he was more like her.
Right?
Yeah. In the Marvel comics, before they went full SJW, there's a scene where Vader finds out Luke's last name and lost.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Get it, girl. Oh, yes. Bam.
I like how just they're sitting down and then that's it. They fought this sitting down and that's the fight. And that's the fight.
Yep, that's it. That's the end of it.
Padme taught you that.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were talking to Anakin, so I said Padme.
Oh, Padme. Padme.
Yeah. He taught you the move.
Padme is the master. They're connected to the same universe. The same universe.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Yeah. Of course he did.
That's funny. Hey, Angus, we're just about to finish up the film here.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
Right. Hi, Angus.
I like how he's still able to talk here. It's like, so if they like called an ambulance, would they be able to?
Right.
Or if they picked him up from the chair,
Like, get him a wheelchair.
and he doesn't technically walk, would he be okay as long as he doesn't take 5 steps? And
Get him a wheelchair.
who's counting the steps? Is his body keeping track? What if he takes 1 step this year, then 1 step next year? Does he have 3 left or what? the garbage tier if this film sucked. No.
You're my favorite person, but every once in a while you can be a real
Cunt. I'll say it.
Another word they would never say these days unless it's in a really crappy comedy.
Never put that in a movie these days.
No, unless it's in a really crappy comedy, like I don't know what, but just really crappy comedy.
I don't think even like something like Adam Sandler would use that word anymore.
No, everybody's too worried about it. So don't worry, guys. I'll say it.
Yeah. Well, he just wipes out his blood. She's like,
Yeah.
I feel bad that I did it, but I'm glad I did it too.
Yeah.
And then he's just, okay, how do I look? Yeah, you look ready.
Yeah. Yeah. You look ready to die, motherfucker.
Well, it's like I was thinking, are they really going to show after this? No, they're probably going to end it, and then they actually show her at the hotel with her kid. I'm like, oh, they're still showing it. Oh no, what are they going to do? And they don't really do anything. I'm like, oh well, interesting way to end. I don't know.
Oh, here he goes. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I was like, don't do it. The first time I saw this, I was like, no, somebody please don't. We can pick you up and put you on the toilet. It'll be fine.
exactly.
Holy crap! Angus raised $170 for Drunk 3PO.
That's
Yeah.
amazing, Angus. That's awesome.
That's over twice the amount they were gonna raise for him. Oh my god. That's awesome.
I hope you're spending that money on a different movie before he walks into Captain Marvel, right?
Does that mean
I'm
he has to
sure.
watch it that many times to worth all
No,
that
no,
money?
you go into chair.
4.
Pay to see
Don't put any
Captain
money
Marvel.
in that movie.
No,
Bye, Bill.
Yep, he just
Bye,
falls.
Billy.
I thought they were gonna have him literally explode like. I'm glad they didn't.
Look at that tear-streaked face, man. She looks so vindicated. God, she played the hell out of this role.
You actually feel for Bill, despite everything
Yep.
speaks about the strength of the writing and acting.
Well, it's like
Really does.
he raised the little girl like to be
Yeah.
not a totally messed up kid.
Yeah, he's such a likable villain.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, very hard to come by these days.
The boob
He's
shot.
a badass, but he's so human as well.
I love how she picked her up and took her out in the middle of the night so she wouldn't see her daddy be dead.
Oh, okay, I read it wrong. So 170s for the charity.
Yeah.
Because Drunk 3PO donates to charity, like a very good person. So.
Yeah. He has to wear too small a Captain Marvel shirt.
Yeah, that's brutal. Wear a
And
Captain
next
Marvel
morning.
shirt.
Look at this. Everything's all normal. She's just watching cartoons. What a cutie.
Mhm.
Oh, I love her. Oh, I love her so much.
Angus said they're trying to get him a pussy hat as well to go.
Oh gosh.
There are more
Hey Ruth,
important
we're just
things
finishing
going
up now. Like last
Hey,
10
Ruthie.
5 minutes. Product placement for Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
A
there's some
reference to
Lucky
the first
Charms.
film where they said tricks are for kids. Or not a different cereal, never mind.
Yeah. The magpie deserves your respect. And look at this. She breaks down.
Yeah.
You know?
After everything, now she can finally let it out.
Yep. She just needed to have a good cry. Guys, in case you ever wondered, yes, this is what chicks do. We just have a good cry. We go completely psycho and then we start laughing. It's actually really normal.
Good to know. Good to know that's normal.
So
There's
whenever
no such thing as a non-crazy
I don't
chick.
know if it's normal, but yeah, it does happen.
Yeah.
So whenever you're blasting music in the room and the door's closed, that's okay. This is happening. Okay,
There are a number of things I could be
That's
doing
why
in there.
one of 20. Okay,
Yep, she's just so grateful. She's just losing it. It's fantastic.
well, it's like, and she survived like
Yeah.
the whole ordeal.
Angus
Yep.
just outed you, rookie.
With a what? As good
Good-
cries every
good-
day.
good
Oh, if
cries.
only, buddy. If only. Soy. I'll save my soy tears for when they matter.
Look at her coming in here and sitting with her baby girl.
Like I Am Legend with the dog. Like that's yeah, that's some
Oh, that'll get you.
yeah.
Anytime.
And she actually looks like she could be Uma's daughter too.
The
Yeah.
lioness has rejoined her cub, and all is right in the jungle. Yes.
I love how this started out with the Klingon proverb. Right?
Jungle.
That was great.
Nikia. Her name was Nikia. Get it right.
Yeah, it was, huh?
Yeah. Racist mother truckers.
Fuck the guy who wants to.
Tokyo businessman. Boss Tanaka.
I like who they're giving credits. Like it's like why? Why? Well, the guy who smiled in the corner of that office. Okay.
Bald guy.
Boss Benta.
Yeah, the 5, 6, 7, 8s.
Yep.
Oh, they were great. They were so great. Charlie Brown.
Yeah. This is Charlie Brown, sir. Yes.
Oh, gross. Oh, gross.
They showed them all just normal, and then her when she's getting killed.
Yeah, the crazy.
They didn't have to do that, but they just did.
Go, go.
She's awesome.
Go.
I gotta look her up. What else she's been in it since then?
I don't know. I just don't
That
know.
death of hers is absolutely brutal.
That'd be funny if they listed every single actor who did this scene.
Yeah.
Like, with all of them. Jing Jong Jo, Jo John Jing, Jing Bing Bang Bong.
That's racist.
I know.
Get it, girl. I love reliving these moments. Like they were an entire movie before, but you were totally on board with reliving it. It was a good call, I think, to kind of bring everything back from the first movie and really go balls to the wall.
That's how you do some credits.
Oh, yeah. Julie Dreyfus is Sophie Fatalia. Svensson, Reverend Harmony. God, what ridiculous names. Yeah, she even had friends and everything. Ugh. But Samuel L. Jackson, man.
Samuel Jackus, nice to meet you.
Sorry. Ernie.
Ernie.
Oh my gosh.
Bud. AKA Sidewinder. Piney.
Gordon Liu, same guy.
AKA California Mountain Snake. What a long alias.
They named the chick with the black.
Karen.
Who played the snake? The show's
told them dead.
AKA the snake charmer. Sure.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with him.
Yeah, and she was such a good little actress. Look at her. She's so cute. I want to pinch her cheek. I love her.
Like, hey, do you know what kind of movie you're in, little girl? Oh, the blood and violence and lots of killing and everything. Yeah.
AKA mommy.
Yeah. Are they going to have Vivica A. Fox's daughter and this daughter go out in the future one or something? Like, oh my God.
The Bride. Yeah. God, what a great movie. God, what a great couple of movies.
Oh, really.
This was the first one that definitely lived up to the hype.
Oh, yeah.
And Glorious Bastards, everybody told me that was going to be the bestest movie ever. And I'm like, I liked a few scenes pretty well. They were really, really good scenes, but the whole movie as a whole, nah.
Yeah. Did anyone hear from Proper Jeremy what he thought of the second one?
I assume he's in a fetal position on his bed after contemplating what happened.
Poor Proper. He's all like snuggling his teddy bear, like rocking back and forth. It's gonna be okay.
God, that was so crazy.
Why did they have to kill Bill? Why? Well, that's the name of the film.
I'm surprised she didn't turn the camera and go, "That's right. I just kill Bill." And then that's it.
No.
That's why they call it that.
I like
Family Guy
the
reference.
names here. That's cool.
Yeah.
Each one gone. Yeah.
And Daryl Hannah's with question mark.
Right?
Sequel baiting. Probably.
No, this is left at the perfect place, really.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, just masterful. The whole thing. The whole thing is masterful. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Gosh, man. Thanks, Rookie. This is the best.
Yeah, no problem. This turned out a lot better than the Jaws one. I think we all have more to say on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mary, probably tomorrow I'll send you some clips on YouTube from Michelle Yeoh. I think you'd really like her movies if you like badass women kicking ass.
Yeah, I do. Like, I enjoy seeing legit characters. It's nice when they happen to be women as well. It is, I mean, okay, look, I'm not all about making all the characters women, but it is nice every once in a while to see a really well done, empowered female woman when it makes sense, when she's not robbed of her femininity. It's very nice. I enjoy it. I like that representation, if you will. I'm not crazy like starving for it, but it is really nice. And when it's done well, it's sort of fulfilling. So
I agree. I really respect strong women. That's what I look for when I'm dating, and just to see them in cinema being treated with respect, I love. And that's why this whole SJW narrative that they go with, oh, you don't like strong women. It's like, dude, shut the F up.
Exactly.
no one doesn't like strong women. Everyone loves the strong women. It's when you get stupid with it that it gets really ridiculous.
Well, it gets to the point that it's just they're more a concept than a human being.
Right.
They're a political concept.
Yeah, well, they're a tool.
Or a construct. Yeah, they're a tool.
They're complete another tool, and it's actually really infuriating because I'm not here to be someone's pawn in their political chess game. I don't want to be used in that way. I just want a good story with a good character. And if she happens to be a female, that's great, all the better. I really enjoyed it. But like, I don't need her to be a female. It's nice for them to be females sometimes, but I don't need it. And if you're not going to do it well, then don't bother.
Exactly. Well said.
Yep.
Well said. Ruth says Jubilee from X-Men.
Oh no! What?
I don't know who that is.
Maybe the comic book version, okay, but the animated version,
Yeah.
Storm, Psylocke, okay. Jubilee?
No. No.
Mary, have you seen Dark Angel?
No, I haven't.
It's young Jessica Alba.
Yep.
Like 2000s. Really good, strong character.
Look, Rookie, I can't clean my chair again tonight, okay? Like, I just got it cleaned from the other day.
Well,
it's
a TV show, and they're probably on Netflix for, a reasonable amount for the DVDs. But no, that's really good.
That was James Cameron, wasn't it?
Yeah, James Cameron. Yeah. No, yeah, I think it was James.
Yeah, I think it was Cameron's show.
Yeah,
it was.
Because they show, she's, mutated and stuff from a kid and whatnot. And she's basically like an X-Men kind of in a way, but not really. And they do it pretty well, really well.
Lasted like 2 seasons, I think.
Yeah, they're gonna have 3 seasons, but they I don't know why they stopped. But
I don't think the ratings were good enough. If I remember right, it got canceled.
They leave it on a great cliff note though, and it's like, oh, really? We just want to see what happens next. But they finished it off in a book, I think, to finish the series. But yeah, that was Kill Bill. That was the shit. Hell yeah,
it was.
I'm glad I finally saw it last week. Now. I think so. John Wick and Pulp Fiction are the next 2 I think are on my list to watch because they're both on. Angus lent me his John Wick and Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I haven't seen either of those either.
Nice. Oh, Pulp Fiction's great.
Mary, this will be a good journey for both of us and Proper Jeremy, who hasn't seen these either.
Yeah, John Wick's really good too. I just saw the second one recently.
Yeah, they're both great. I can't wait for the third one.
Yep.
Oh, there's a second one? Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Third one comes out in May, if I remember.
Yep.
Right.
Ah, damn.
7 weeks. Yeah. They're really good. They're worth your time, for sure.
Yeah, I need to catch up on those for sure then before the sequels come out. I still need to see Alien also. I haven't seen the Alien movies.
Rookie, haven't seen Alien? Come on now.
I've seen the Predator ones and Alien versus Predator, but I haven't actually watched the Alien 1 through 3 or 4 or 5 or however many those have.
Oh, wow.
Terrible.
The second one, Aliens, is an absolute classic.
Yep.
I always love telling people I haven't seen Alien because they always freak out like, is this a human being or not? Because that is not normal. I've seen all the Terminators except for I've seen all of the Terminators. Yeah, I think so. The last one I didn't like. Or the one before that.
I've seen the Terminators, most of them, but I've never seen Predator. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, Predator. Yeah, the Predator or Predators. The Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I love these old school Hollywood titles. Credit titles at the end here with the dots and everything like they used to do. Like see that on movies like as far back as like Wizard of Oz and stuff. It's very
Yep.
Yeah. What about Tomorrow with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt?
That's a great movie.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent. I'm hoping it still gets a sequel. They're talking about it still, but I think probably at this point it's not going to happen, but
I kind of hope not, because the film was kind of like an open and shut case, and what could you really do with it?
I just want to see more. That's all I know. Maybe it's not a good thing though. Maybe I'm better off without it.
I'll wait until I actually see like a script or an idea before. But yeah, it was a fantastic movie. And Emily Blunt was so amazing in it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to like it, honestly, but I watched it just because it was something to watch, and I ended up absolutely loving it. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, and just the way they introduced her with her doing that very slow, sexy push-up when she's all sweaty. Woo! Love it.
I will be right back, guys. I gotta let the dogs out. They're acting like jackals.
Okie dokie. Right. Who let the dogs out?
Someone had to do it.
I said that with no confidence. My God, that's so stupid. Angus says that Alien is better than Aliens.
They're so different.
They are.
Yeah, if you asked me to choose which one, I guess I would probably pick the first one if I absolutely had to, but it'd be really tough because they're completely different films, I think, but they're both excellent.
I do like Aliens more than Alien just because I love all the science fiction gear in it and the work that went into it. I love the Space Marines. I love the sets. I love the weaponry, all the science fiction vehicles. All of it was so amazingly detailed and well thought out. While Alien is just a straight horror film.
Right.
So it all depends on what you're getting, what you're looking for.
Agreed. Yeah, because I do love both of them, absolutely, but they're very, very different for sure.
They are. And I actually do kind of like Alien 3.
I like the assembly cut, the Blu-ray assembly cut. I thought that was well done.
Yeah, it's different, but it's still if you can just get over that's not the like Aliens, if you can get over that, I think it's a good movie.
Yeah, I enjoy watching it. I wouldn't say like I love it or anything, but it definitely gets improved with the Blu-ray. The assembly cut is definitely an improvement. And it's worth a watch. It's still awful storytelling that they, kill off the characters right at the beginning like that. I think it's really bad storytelling, but but I can get over that because most of it, it's not something I throw on very often, but most of it's good. I think it's a bad rap. 4 is terrible though. I can't stand Resurrection. That movie is freaking awful. I can't watch it. It's so bad.
Which one? Oh, Resurrection.
Yeah,
Resurrection.
So awful. I don't know how anybody can stomach it. I mean, cool if you love it. That's great. But I just can't get into it. I wish I liked it.
The effects and look of the movie were good, but just the script and everything else they did was just good Lord.
It feels so goofy. I don't know. The only moment that I really liked that I took seriously that actually was suspenseful that I remember is when they're underwater and they're trying to get into some opening or something like. I can't remember. I haven't seen it in years, but that whole sequence was really good. The whole underwater sequence, but beyond that, yikes!
I remember where they go into that lab and they see the prior attempt, the clone Ripley.
Oh right, yeah,
that was chilling.
Yeah,
that was just so messed up. Like just wow. Like I liked that scene, but it's one of the few scenes I do like.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep, exactly. Well, I think that about wraps it up for tonight. I'm probably going to do some more streams this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if there'll be watch parties, but we'll see. Thanks for coming by, guys. That was Kill Bill 2. I am knocking down classic films so I can actually be updated on this stuff, and I can't say I haven't seen them now. So, yeah, at some point, I know that The Matrix and Alien are definitely a whole series that people want me to see. Definitely.
Nice.
But, yeah, anything you guys want to say before we head out?
Just thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it was wonderful. I had
thanks, Rookie.
Thank you so much for bringing me on. This was a first time to this sort of thing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem, man. You're going to be one of the YouTubers streaming with us daily coming soon, I bet.
Like I said, I definitely hope to find a good way to kick off the channel. And I just want to thank you so much for having me here, man. It was a real pleasure.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, and that's Jay from Those Two Bald Guys, not Dez, that is here. He has a little microphone thing, and I thought he had a J under his name as well for it. Yeah, he created a second account for this, which is perfect since there's 2 of them. And we got at Dawn and Mary, the Queen Stream.
The Queen Stream.
I was going to say Queen Streamer, but that sounded stupid in my head.
You're just sexist.
I'm just gonna end